All right, so welcome back to another episode of Nat One Nights. I forgot what episode we're on. Let's just say 13. I don't know what it is.
Excuse me, let me get.
It's been a while. We haven't played in like 4 months. We've got weddings and shit. But we are back.
15.
We're on episode 15. All right. So,
If only you guys would use your books.
you might notice that we have 6 people at the table. Everybody welcome Eric to the stream. He's just a guest for now. We don't know if he's going to be here for an hour or if he's going to be here for 5 hours. We'll find out. But he's never played, so come to some slack. It's first time, but it's fun. You'll like it.
I'm excited.
All right. Jumping straight in to where we left off last, because it's been a while. It's going to be a refresher for you guys, as well as a refresher for me. Making their way from Valewood after encountering the Father's Tetrad, a group of 4 warriors wielding halberds, protecting one of these knives that you were after. They actually willingly gave it up to you. One of these knives.
Should have done it sooner, but it's okay.
Which is the 4th knife you have? 5th? Something like that.
I think we got 7.
No, I'm pretty sure you don't. But
7 in total.
After grabbing this knife, you encountered the Dracolich, which you first encountered at Newey's Cross when the city burned to the ground. After fighting with this Father's Tetrad, you as well as them were beaten and battered, and very much not fit for a fight against an undead dragon. So you made the smart decision of trying to flee. It was very close, but the Tetrad, the last remaining member, went up, and all you saw was him trying to defend against this undead dragon before fleeing out of the scene, narrowly escaping. I believe one of you went incapacitated or had to be carried. No, because you were carrying somebody.
I got knocked the first hit.
I was in the water.
I shoved Benedict. Shoved Benedict into the woods, I think, and then I got blasted.
I was in the water, like constantly coming alive and dying.
Wasn't I carrying you because you were unconscious?
Yeah.
He was unconscious in the beginning.
I just both of you went down.
We were both down in the middle of the fight.
So
first attack.
After this encounter with the Dracolich at this old monolith type building in the middle of King's Fair Timberland, in the middle of nowhere, you don't know where you are, it's night, there's rain pouring down, thunder, there pursued a chase where you ran away from this dragon as it tried to chase after you and kill you. Narrowly escaping, Ace somehow succeeding every single roll that he had to make on turn after turn after turn.
Damn time.
Escaped from this dragon to allow his companions to get a safe route out, as a random man with a wagon showed up in the middle of the woods, said, "Hey, you need a ride?" And then you hopped in, and he gave you a ride. Ace, then somehow escaping from this dragon, hiding, it finally went away, and you waited it out, while your 3 companions rode in this wagon up
Away from
into the Torrid Reach Peaks on the far north.
I'm going to weave the dragon and kill myself. Get him upset that he's not dead.
Weaving their way up the steep mountain on the north side of the Torrid Reach Peaks. You reached a town of sorts at the very tippity top, almost at the tippity top of this mountain, Merrill Bluff, where you encountered Illustria and Vera, 2 very weird individuals, and seeming to be 2 of, if not the only, few people in this entire town. Snow coming down, you can barely see 10 feet in front of you. The air is, it's harder to breathe up here because the altitude is so high. But after talking with them and getting a good night's rest waiting, Ace eventually rejoined the group. Where then
Not that anyone cared or was looking for me.
Where then you spoke to Illustria and Vara, and they described of a beast-like problem that they were having at the very tippity top of the mountain, where you said you would take care of it for them. So, you ascended the mountain to the very tippity top over the clouds, onto somewhat of a graveyard of sorts with dragon bones and giant femurs, this 6 feet long, as big as a man. And then you encountered the beasts. 2 remorazes, an adult and a youngling. I think there might have been 2 younglings, actually. I can't remember.
No,
I killed the one so fast, I don't remember.
But
All the guys who fought.
after killing these beasts and hearing no sign of any more beasts around over these clouds, it comes to a lull. And you can see the soft snow barely forming in the sky before it dips beneath the clouds. And for expediency, we're just going to say after, unless you guys do want to do something, you can do whatever you want. But you eventually make your way back down the mountain to the town hall of sorts in Marrow Bluff. As you approach, you can see maybe 10 feet in front of you the snow now all white all around you. You can see the building coming into view and the cobblestone base of it as the snow rides up the edge and your feet go almost a foot, if not more, knee deep into the snow as you trudge. It's cold, there's wind, and you can see the orange windows and it cracks through these shutters of this building as you approach. And the warmth, the glow gives you a sense of almost warmth inside your body as you approach, and you just can't wait to get in.
How would the snow be with Benedict?
Does it go up to his nipples?
Pretty deep.
What is Benedict?
Josh is Benedict.
I'm a gnome. I'm a deep gnome.
What are you, like 3 foot tall or something like that?
Yeah.
You're pretty big for a gnome.
Yeah, I should have went like high 2s, but
He
I
doesn't
wanted
have a
some
red hat,
advantage.
and he eats rocks.
Right.
He doesn't know that yet, though.
You just need the spark notes
This
on it.
man's gonna survive forever at this point.
I am like 200 years old.
I got questions for Josh. Or Benedict.
Yeah. You can, you guys can talk as you enter the building. You can see Illustria and Vara behind the bar, over off in the corner. This deep set, almost circular portion inside of this city hall where you can see giant spines, almost a rib cage the size of a mammoth holds up the ceiling, and the hides and shutters or shingles that make up this roof. But it is warm. There's a large fire in the middle of the room. You can softly hear the crackle as you enter. And as you shut the door behind you, a little dust kicks up with the snow as you hear the door shut.
What time of day would you say it is? Just out of curiosity.
When you're above the clouds, it was sunny out, maybe late afternoon.
Okay.
Maybe took you an hour to get down the mountain.
Okay.
Just so it's easier to, it's just trying to remember, where the hell were we with these people? Like, we basically, they told us they'd pay us and they'd give us shares if we went and killed it. Is that it? Or were we doing something else
Yeah.
with them? I don't remember the
Well, I
conversation.
mean,
That was about it.
That's
Did
all.
they already pay us?
No.
They didn't?
No.
No, they did
I don't
not.
think they did.
I thought they did.
I thought they did too.
I don't
Thought
think
we
they
got
did.
a
Because I thought we
certificate
could have
of
just
250.
left.
Because I have.
They
no money.
might have.
They
I don't
paid
think they
Sam.
paid me because
They
I
gave us the
They paid
certificate
Sam.
of 250
Oh,
shares.
they paid Sam?
And then
But didn't they give us
Yeah,
cash too?
that's it.
Or was it just the ale and the
Sam.
shares?
It was just the ale and the shares.
Okay. I mean, we could always ask for
Yeah,
more.
because we were negotiating, so we were, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the interior is yours as you enter.
I'm gonna walk right over to the bar that was in there
Yeah.
and just instantly pour myself a beer or ale. Just sit down by the fire and try to warm up.
Yeah. You can see Illustria and Varo over in the corner is kind of picks up. He almost seems to be looking over a pamphlet of some sort. As you can see his eyes lift up over the pamphlet. Oh, surprised to see you back. All in one piece, eh?
For the most part, you know.
Yeah, but you'd be happy to know the monsters ain't.
So you took care of them, I presume.
Yeah.
More or less. It was a battle, but
You know, a lot have gone up and not any have returned.
well,
Good
now
on you.
4 have.
Well, as promised, here are your vouchers. You can see him lean forward and slide it across the counter. And feel free to grab a cask below where you entered initially.
What are the vouchers again?
250
Shares of Maribel.
shares of Marrow Bluff Ale.
How much
Yep.
was that worth?
You don't know right now.
It
Yeah,
can
we
go
do.
up and down. No, because it can go up and down.
Roughly 20,000 though.
Something like that.
The one cast. Well, I suppose you got any other work in the area? I know a couple of the party members don't mind the sale.
Hold on, I'm dealing with my tingy.
I'm trying, Josh.
I
I'm
know,
trying.
she's a menace.
It's a
She's
wall.
very needy.
So we got back. I don't know if you heard of it.
I feel really weird, honestly. Like, keep getting nosebleeds. I'm really lightheaded. Don't know what the deal is.
What's
I'm
the
sorry
deal?
to like flake off, but I'm like sweating
You good?
and no, like I kind of feel probably just gonna hang out, see what's going on for a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel dizzy, so I'm just gonna cross
Go
my
lay down.
legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to go
Down
sit
and
on the
cross-
couch or
and
something.
cross
Go
my
do that.
legs.
But,
Oh, you good, dude?
what'd you say to them?
I'm gonna notice Kaladin saying he's gonna go off and rest a little. The mountain took a toll on him.
Yeah. So, you can see Alustria kind of leaning over the pamphlet. What do you wish to do now?
I think we gotta go down to Basinport, I suppose. Do you know a good way to get there?
I think
or-
before any of that,
It's a
I
long way.
could use a good rest.
What time did he say it was? Give or take?
Early afternoon? Early mid-afternoon?
I think we might stay here tonight if you have anything that we could do for you tonight.
Feel free.
Nothing
Pretty
going
open.
around in town? No town square party or anything of the sort?
Literally.
Look around you.
Population of 8.
Yeah, feel free to go sleep. We got many rooms over in the inn just across.
Sounds like a plan. What are you
Not-
guys doing tonight?
Sitting by the fire. Var, you good? You can see her kind of leaning up in her rocking chair. She just like gives a gesture.
Got any games?
Have any games? No, we don't play much games here.
When I walked up, would I have noticed if that one guy's cart was still here at the inn or whatever?
You couldn't tell.
Okay.
Feel free.
Is any merchants coming into town anytime soon?
Let me check. You can hear him open a drawer, flip through some papers. Not for a good couple weeks.
That
Be
merchant
alone
that
for
was
that
here
long.
this morning, he left already?
Yes. Yes, he is gone.
How do folks usually get down the mountain if there's no merchants here?
Wagon, walking, hiking.
Do you have any extra wagons here?
We might have an old, broken down one.
Is that something we
across the
might be
street.
able to look at? You got anything
If
to
you
pull
wish.
it by chance?
No. No, we stay here. Not much need for horses.
I see. Well, I suppose we might have a couple glasses of ale if it's all right with you.
Yeah, help yourself. We have plenty.
Benedict, come sit down. I got a question for you. I'm
Alright.
sitting around the fire, by the way.
I'll go grab an ale and then sit down next to Chad.
So, I've been thinking. So you eat rocks, right?
Yeah, so
There's no easy way to put this, but what comes out? You know, like I'm just like, is it just more rocks, or like does your body just fully absorb it? Like, is it normal? I don't know.
It's just normal.
All right,
It's just normal.
interesting.
Does he know about the ring?
No. Nobody does.
And you were just born that way?
Perhaps.
Insight check.
Sure, make an insight check.
How does this work? Do I?
Roll as your
Can you
insight.
roll? Does he roll against me?
Yeah. Because doesn't it perception
Are
or
you trying to
persuasion
deceive
or-
him?
You guys are trying to
Sure.
figure each other
Make a
out.
deception
Make
check.
Sure someone's not trying to screw someone over or what.
it's a more of a fun one this time because he's asking him why he eats rocks and he says
Wait,
he's
where's
just been kind of blown that
6?
way. And he's just like, is that truthful or?
19.
We're all on the same
So yeah, you sense a little bit of a lie there.
We're a party who's been traveling for a couple months, I'd say.
You know, keep your secrets.
Every time I listen to this.
And I'll just
podcast,
have my hands behind my back. Like, just twiddle my
Just
ring.
Just sitting there like,
Our party is a pretty
better
common. Like me and Sam banter a lot.
what is insight is wisdom? I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
Can I go check out to see if there's anything else in town?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk out. I'll be back in a little bit. I just gotta step outside.
You know, it's typical to bring a buddy system.
I'm my own buddy. Been my own buddy my whole life.
Suit yourself, man. She kind of gives a look towards you two.
Ace, do you need help?
Nah, I'm just taking a peek.
Good, because I didn't want to help.
We're on the same team, but as you can tell.
As you go to open the door, there's a wooden latch, and as soon as it gives way, it opens, and the blast of cold hits you in snow. The fire kind of picks up with the air.
I'll try to close the door behind me.
Okay, you can try and close it shut, and as soon as you exit, you can't even again see 10 feet down there's a middle path right through a couple of these buildings, just a smattering, and it's all covered with snow. Everything's covered with snow. You can't even see 20 feet up a building before it disappears, almost like a low fog, but it's just all the snow.
From walking through this area a couple times, which we have, have I noticed any buildings that are more upkept than others that, what's her name?
Illustria, Vara.
Illustria and Vara haven't mentioned, like, I don't think anyone lives there.
So you haven't been to any of them across the street?
Or have I seen any
so
of those that look more upkept or better or something that's
the best
interesting?
the best one in town is definitely the inn or the town hall that you're in, and then right next to it is that tavern or inn that you guys actually entered.
Yep.
That's probably the second
we slept
best.
Is there anything
every
that
other
had
building
looked interesting when I
broken
walked
down, destroyed, but across the street, almost 50 yards down and to the right, you can see a building that almost looks like somewhat of like a garage where the doors seem to be broken off, and it's a low.
I'll go
low
check
roof.
it out.
And you can trudge over again, almost up to your knees in the snow, just blasting. You approach. It's pretty dark. You can't see anything on the inside.
I do have dark vision. Does that matter?
You kind of get up towards this garage door as you see it's almost big wood that seems to slide almost to the side or up. You don't know, but it seems to be fallen in and just a dark interior. You kind of lean to check it out and give me a perception check.
Big rolls.
1, baby.
Almost.
Perception. 23.
23. So dark with 30 feet.
60 feet.
60 feet. Yeah, you can see all the way to the back with your dark vision. Almost just silhouettes of different material figures in there. And you can see a wagon. You can see the wheels that seem to be almost broken. It's almost dilapidated off to one side. And it looks pretty empty. You can see there's a couple of old, brown, shriveled up bits of hay on the ground. You don't know where that came from. There's no hay around or any signs of organic life. But a couple of tools, you can see hammers on some shelves in the back, and then a window that seems to be cracked as snow just softly
Is the
blows
wind
in.
not as heavy in here?
Correct.
Can I light a torch and just take a peek a little bit longer to see if there's anything that I wouldn't normally find in a stable or someplace?
You light it. Do you want to enter?
Yeah, I'll enter. I'll walk out.
It's kind of difficult. You might have to step on the wood a little bit, and as it's dried up, you kind of break over. But as you enter, you look around. You can see a door that really seems to lead up some steps into the taller building on the left. But then you walk around the wagon, look in the back. You can see an old, almost looks like a basket that used to have a lid, but it's cracked and fallen off, and there's nothing in the basket. That's the only thing.
And from what I see, this wagon is non-repairable.
It could take some time, but it could get there. The front left wheel is almost completely gone.
Is there anything to replace it with?
Maybe some shelving around.
I'm not confident in my woodworking abilities. I'm going to go up the stairs just because I'm curious.
Yeah, you want to go check out the building? Crack the door open. Go ahead and give me another perception check.
11.
11. With your torch, you kind of look around. This interior, all of the windows are intact, so there actually is no snow in here. But as you open the door, it leaves a line of almost dust on the ground as you open it. As far as you can tell, nobody's really been in here for a while. But as you enter, it looks like a completely almost empty, abandoned home. You can see some furniture that seems to be almost like a family used to live here in the middle of a day, just a normal day where they were cooking, making maybe dinner, and then they just vanished. You can see pots on the counters. You can see rugs that seem to be almost flipped up on the corner where somebody might have tripped over it when they went to leave out the front door.
Any silverware?
You run over, go check some cupboards.
Are you a werewolf?
You go to almost pull off one of the cupboard doors, and you comes right off. Looking through, you find actually in the way back, bent in the corner, a small silver teaspoon. You assume it's silver.
Not what I was looking for, but we'll take it.
What was your perception check?
11.
11. Something catches your ear. You almost perks your interest as it's pretty quiet in here, and aside from the almost white noise that's just constant outside of this wind that seems to be blowing and the subtle tippity taps of some thicker snowflakes tapping the windows, you can hear almost a scratch or a... You're not sure what it is, but it's farther down the house. You see stairs that go up, and it's on the other mirror side of this base floor.
Oh, I'm gonna keep checking that shit out.
Bring your torch around, illuminating. You walk over. It seems to be almost the living room area. You can see the window on the right is actually pretty big. It's arced, and the glass is still intact, but the snow piles up, so there's almost just a crack where you can see a little bit of light peeking through. But as you illuminate the space, you look around. It catches your eye immediately. A figure in the left corner, almost like looks like a dog that's been wrapped up, unmoving.
Looks like a dog that's wrapped up. What's it wrapped up in?
Almost a blanket or a rug or fur of some kind. You're not sure what it is.
I'd like to wait and watch and throw the teaspoon on the opposite side of me.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna go pick up the teaspoon and unravel this dog.
Okay. You go to pick it up, walk over with your torch. You go and grab, and you go to pull and yank, and you turn over a body. Eric, would you like to introduce your character?
Fuck, I was gonna rob that guy!
Hi, my name is Denver. I'm a wood elf. Class 2010.
Is there anything noticeable about you that
Like
could pick you out of the
specific
crowd?
Characters. Alright, definitely the only ginger wood elf
I've ever seen.
Probably your first encounter. What else about me? Long hair, jacked body.
Ginger.
Oh yeah.
And you're jacked?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're starting to get intimidated now,
Oh,
aren't you?
fuck. I would like to cast Smite Evil.
Yeah, you see I have an obsession with my weapons.
Is he just cuddling them as you're under this blanket?
No, I like to flaunt them. So I'm probably sleeping right next to my club at this point.
I'm gonna reach down and kind of shake your shoulder.
Are you nervous?
You alive?
I'm here. What brings you here?
What brings me here? Is this where you live, in the shack?
You made my home.
You know Vara?
Was that the girl here last night? Didn't catch her name.
Have you always lived up here in Merrill Bluff?
Yeah, I stay close to the ale house at all times.
It's funny, they didn't mention you are. Yeah, native of the area? You're looking like not around these parts.
At this point, I'm probably getting a little nervous. I don't want to tell him too much information, so I'd say I'm from that patch of woods over yonder.
I'm going to look at the inside of the building over yonder. Kind of. I'll put my guard up, honestly. I'm not attacking or anything, but this guy,
Do you want to work him out? You want to do an insight check?
Sure, I'll give him an insight check.
Are you trying to deceive him,
I'm trying.
Denver?
I'm trying to see what I'm trying to give my insight check on. I don't know if you'll let me. I'm trying to see if this guy's just not all there, if he's like, or if this guy's dangerous.
Are you trying to deceive him at all?
Yes, at least slightly.
All right. You give me, Ace, give me an insight check, and Denver, give me a deception check.
So you roll your d20,
Okay.
and your deception is -7. No, I'm kidding. It's -1. It's -1.
Yeah. You have a -30.
12.
Not bad.
So 12 -1 is 11.
11.
And I got a insight.
Gotta beat an 11.
I got a 22.
Jeez. Yeah, you get the sense that he's not telling you the complete truth. He's not necessarily lying, but there is more to be conversated there.
Well, I'm a traveler. If this is your abode, you got any grub?
Yeah, I happen to know a spot in town. Do you travel alone?
I got some other members.
Is there any place in this town that can support a big party of people?
You know, the town hall can, and then below it is actually where they make the Maribluff Ale, so it's just that building.
Would you like to go for an ale tour? As I tell you all my secrets.
That's where we're staying, but I suppose we can pop on over. I was checking out this home, but I suppose I won't take anything if this is your abode. As I say that, I'm also going to look around in the vicinity, because now he's here to see if there is anything of value.
Yeah, as he like describes that this is his home, you look around, and at every single corner you can see a cobweb.
Shit.
You can see your tracks in the dust as you came in.
Okay, I'll lose interest in the home. So I suppose want to go out there, give an ale to me for free. I don't know what the deal is, but we can pop on over. What was your name again?
Denver.
Denver. Okay.
And your friends are my friends. Let's roll.
I'm gonna follow him. I don't need to.
How tall is your wood elf?
What's the standard wood elf?
Anywhere between 4 feet and 6 feet.
Would be 6 foot even.
Yeah. So he's a little bit taller than you. But you step out back into the snow and follow your exact tracks to the building you were just at. You can see Ace enter with a wood elf that seems to have a fur almost coat on with a fur almost hood. He kind of brings it back. You see his pointy ears and his orange hair.
And it's
Look at
Ishitar.
the door and
I'm just gonna like
tilt
tune
my
in
head.
again.
and
Yeah,
look
just
at
kind of
you.
like.
Illustria.
So, how would me and Benedict be sitting compared to the door?
So like it's a pretty big area,
Yeah.
probably 4 times as big as his basement, and then in the center it almost digresses down a few steps, and then in a circular area there's a huge bonfire in the middle, and you can sit on those steps, and there's just seating around.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of look at Ace, and then like look back at the guy just rapidly, and like looking back at like Benedict, just kind of just like trying to calculate the situation and just not say anything,
As
just
soon
confused.
as I get inside, is Illustria or Vara close?
Yeah, they're at the bar to your left, and Vera's in a rocking chair in the back right.
I apparently found a native. You know this folk?
You can hear her chair kind of stop. Denver, what's going on? You hungry again?
I come here with my new friend,
Okay.
Ace.
Ace.
Which you wouldn't know because you didn't ask, but it's okay.
Okay.
He just walks back in silence.
I was waiting for this. I'm still trying to act creepy. Be the outsider in the room.
I'll just be the guy thinking, how did he know that?
Exactly.
I didn't think you were strike you as one to make friends.
In this town, y'all are my friends.
Okay, pretty creepy, but I'm gonna get back to my knitting.
I think I might have one ale if you want to tell us a little about yourself, Denver, or tell us about the town. It doesn't seem like there's much going on here. What's got you coming up here?
Well, I have a dark past that led me up the mountains. Have you ever been at home and realized it wasn't home anymore.
Per se, I think some have lived through similar things. Maybe not the exact same, but
Well, what I value in life is peace, quiet, and the occasional ale.
and a fuck ton of cold, I suppose.
Yes, fuck ton of cold.
Can't fault the man for peace and quiet, I suppose.
No, you can't.
This
What
over,
brings you to my town?
Well, this over here, this is Chad, and this is Benedict, and we had one other one who went up to rest for the time being. But we were on the run from a Dracolich, and we found our way here, and it was a safe abode for a little bit.
Are you putting that evil on my city?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna chuckle. I mean, what the hell? No,
Well, like,
I think we just deleted.
We said that you went off to go
We
get
just
rest.
killed a couple worm-type
So-
creatures up on the peak for Va and Illustria.
so you come bearing gifts, I see.
Gifts of warriors, I suppose.
Yeah, warriors.
Killing
Go
stuff,
back to our drinking.
what people need. But no, we're just resting. I believe we're heading out.
Well, we could use more of you around here. It's getting late. You best not head out tonight.
I think we'll stay in the night, have an ale or two.
Probably leave in the morning.
One thing you notice, Denver, as you're in this space, normally you just give a couple coin of what you have to Illustria behind the bar, and then he'll give you a nice big ale. And you knowing them, they like to make it cheap for you. But you notice as these few are walking around, they're going behind the bar and helping themselves to an ale. And you see Illustria doesn't even care,
I'll go help myself to
which
an
is
ale.
abnormal.
That is abnormal for my city.
City of 3 buildings.
What did you say your friend's name was again?
This is Chad over here, and this is Benedict.
Chad and Benedict.
Yep.
What gives you the right to pour beer in my city?
Well, we just killed some things that were stopping them from being able to collect more of their ingredients. So this is their way of saying thanks.
I would like to really intimidate these men.
Okay.
What kind of attack can I do?
You can just intimidate.
How do you
bar?
want to try and intimidate them?
I'm gonna take my club and break off the little spout
Okay.
of the beer.
Of the keg, yeah.
The keg.
You can see making an intimidation check. As you guys see Denver pull out a wooden club.
Not good.
Would this be like a charisma saving throw?
He doesn't break it off, but it crimps to the side, and where it normally can pour out, now it is kinked.
How loud did you say this is?
Not enough for you to hear.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
So I just rolled 20?
And -1.
-1.
8. I'm 7.
7. I'd say...
Do I need to make a save or?
I have a +9 to like charisma saving throws if that means anything.
who has the lowest wisdom score? Just base wisdom score.
I'm gonna look at it, Amy.
+1.
Wisdom. The base, like a
Yeah, base.
plus or minus, or like
Not the
number? I have
modifier,
an
the number.
8.
Yeah, you're the lowest.
Yeah. You see him crimp this, and you're like, oh, this guy's kind of creepy. And you like, you're sitting there and you kind of
Whoa,
sink
take
into
it easy.
yourself a little bit.
I'm gonna chuckle and I'm gonna.
It's like, oh, God.
I think I'm going to
Be careful, man.
intimidate this clown and ask him, "Are you gonna pay for that?"
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
I'd be careful. This guy seems strong.
Fuck! I get a 6.
Oh.
No, that was you.
He tries to intimidate you by saying that, but you does not shake you at all.
Okay.
I can get rid of this ale if you want. You know, like I don't have to. Like I can pay for it.
Finish your beers, boys. I'd like to take you on a tour of the town.
I just down it.
I'll be back in 5 minutes. And then I
plow open that door and go back to regrouping my house by myself.
I'm going to
We're-
go upstairs to a room and have some peace and quiet and write a letter. I'm not waiting for this clown.
Where would Kaladin be?
I'm
in
gonna go
the inn
check
that
in on
crossed.
him.
So the inn that you guys were in, where you met Bismuth, that
Yep.
robot, you actually it's another door that sinks down a little bit. And it comes out the base of the cobblestone of the building, where you actually wrap down, but you can just go straight, like in between the two buildings. If there's a bridge above that connects them, and it's almost like an alley. So you enter the alley and then go right back up into the next building.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab Kaladin.
I'm just gonna go to a room. If I go to a room, is it that way?
It's like mid-afternoon,
Oh,
It's probably late, maybe evening now.
like 6 or 7 or so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab Kaladin.
I mean, regardless, you can't see any sunlight anyways up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes you a little bit because there's a lot of rooms in this very
I'm
empty.
like knocking on each door.
Yeah.
Just clunk, 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 clunk.
I'll just like bust it open. Any reason to interrupt a short nap?
This is really
Good
scary,
friend.
dude. It's really sketchy. He showed up out of nowhere with Ace.
We've seen so many scary people.
I don't know. This guy seems different. He broke his
I'm gonna
mind.
like stretch, and you can see my boots like as you look in. The typical like right next to my bed.
Yeah.
My 2 boots are gonna be off, and I'll sit there, slam the door, and then you can hear me. I'll put my boots back on.
He said he was gonna be back, and then I'll lead him back to.
What are you doing?
I'll go into a room.
Yeah, you can
I've
down the
had
hall.
enough.
You can see Ace open a door as it shuts.
Ace is sulking again. He just needs his peace and quiet.
typical
you know,
Ace.
you know Ace. He needs his peace and quiet.
As you're sitting there, Benedict, next to this fire, just kind of warming up, you look over. You can see Illustria kind of get up, go look at the keg. He's like, okay. And then you see him walk into the back room.
I'll walk over to the keg now that my cup is empty, and then set it down on the counter, and I'll look at it. Can I judge whether or not I would just break it off instead of fixing it with my staff? Just like hitting it with my quarterstaff.
You could try. So it's a spout, small spout of this decently small keg on the counter, and it's almost just crimped right at this hip.
Would that something like mending would work on?
Yeah, I'll try and make it right with
Just
my
hit it?
staff. Yeah.
Make an attack roll.
Are we walking back?
I don't know what you're doing.
Well,
Yeah.
I would assume fun, but
okay.
13.
13. You hit it, and it crimps almost back into the position, but you can still see the pinch. You want to try and pour?
Yeah.
Drip. Drip. Take a while to fill up your mug.
he's just sitting there like.
You can see Illustrio enter again. Oh, you're trying to fix it, huh?
Yeah. Do I notice him with a spare dapper in his hand?
Yeah, he lifts up a little hammer, a ball peen hammer.
I'll close it and put my drink down and help him.
Well, I'll let you know when I get it fixed, I guess. Then you guys can enter the space.
Just waiting for the guy. He said he was going to be back.
Who's going to be back?
Denver.
I'll be like, what are you guys drinking already?
Is this your first time being with me?
No.
Exactly. But yeah, this guy's scary. He's mad that we were drinking without paying. But they said we could.
Well, it makes sense. Why wouldn't you guys pay or wait?
They said we could drink because we did the deed.
Oh yeah. Why would
But
you
this
have a problem with that?
Because he has to pay.
Well, good.
But
He didn't
that's-
kill any monsters.
Yeah,
To
but
protect-
he's scary, dude. He broke this mug. Was it the mug he broke or was
No,
it
the
tap?
the spout of
He
the
wrecked
keg.
the tapper.
I'll like look over. Can I see it?
Yeah, you can see Illustrious in there.
Can I attempt with my 20 strength to like bend it, flex it back around?
Give me a strength check.
Please get a natty. Get a natty. If there's any time to get a natural 20,
Alright,
it's
just
been a
like
while
you
now.
reach over Illustria, go to pinch it.
+5.
Straight strength check.
Plus
5.
16.
16. As he's sitting there tapping on it, you kind of reach over and you like, almost spooked a little bit. You grab it. You kind of flex. You can hear your metal armor kind of. You, not really much changes, but after you let go, it kind of looks almost a little unpinched. You see, it just kind of looks up at you. It starts coming out. He's like, all right, and then he goes back behind the counter.
Gets out of your fucking way. But he does.
Did you want to enter any?
No, like,
soon, or-
yeah, and as you say, I'll be like, well, where is this man that you said is so scary? Or when did you say he was coming back?
He said 5 minutes,
5. Okay.
but we don't have
My
clocks.
plan is to not return until the next morning.
Okay. Yeah, it does get pretty late. You get the sense, and after maybe filling a few mugs of ale, you see Alessio kind of knock on the keg. Is it? Oh, she's kind of getting down there. I mean, we got a lot more where that came from, but we're probably gonna head off to bed. Don't steal anything. You see that Vara is not in her rocking chair anymore.
I went to bed too soon.
I'll like sit there after like tapping my foot, waiting for the supposed person to be like, well,
How
I
long
think,
has it been that we've been waiting? What'd you say?
Maybe an hour and a half.
Oh my
So it's getting dark again.
It's always dark.
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, thanks for waking me up from my nap. And I'll like go to stand up, but I think I'm gonna go back to bed if that's okay with you.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
All right.
I think
No,
your
like-
presence scared him. I think
It's
that's
an
what it
aura.
was. Yeah.
Whatever here it is, and I'll like wave everybody off the. And I'll walk back down and go sleep.
You follow?
No, I'm gonna sleep on the bench by the fire.
Okay. Yeah. They just leave the fire going, but you can see everybody just disappears out of the room, and you're just left alone.
Yeah.
And all 4 of you rest?
Yeah, I'll sleep by the fire too.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm in the room furthest away from Bismuth. That's an actual room.
Yeah,
Just to be clear.
But all 4 of you, as you fall asleep, no sign of Denver, as he went and said he was going to be back in 5 minutes, but never returned. You try to find rest. Caladan.
He's had a restless night already. Okay.
Nothing happens as the morning, what would be sunlight, tries to greet you. You all awake.
How's the weather outside?
Do we get a long rest?
Same as it always is.
Is it not any better?
No. You get the sense that it is always
Just Fox.
stormy up here. A constant blow of snow,
Well, it's
wind.
high up in the mountains too, though,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like the
Yeah.
trek up there.
But all 4 of you can awake whenever you please.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes.
I'll get up first, put my boots on, walk out, and then I'm gonna go pound on his door now.
Well, I'm on the thing. I'm gonna.
Or yeah, out there.
But yes, all of you get a long rest. So you get full HP, all your spell slots back.
Yeah, so I'm laying on the bench,
Should ask.
lengthwise, like arms on either side of it, just passed up. Does it have a back? Or I assume it's just like a log type.
There's a smattering of different benches.
Okay, I'm on like one where like each arm's on either side, just fully passed out.
Is it enough to where I could like very heavily just sit down next to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Almost rocks back
I'm
and
gonna
forth.
startle awake and like fall on the ground, just like
I like sit there. Hello, good morning.
morning.
Could I practice
was
tiptoeing
it
at some point
necessary?
in the night? I'm just
So
gonna
was waking me
practice
up in the
being
middle
more
of the night
stealthy.
for
I'm just gonna see if I can walk across the room, being more stealthy.
Fair.
Fair play.
But it wasn't
this room?
nothing. I swear,
No,
the
the
guy
room I was
exists.
Okay.
I
I
just
might
to
have
let
been
you know,
playing
I
it
was
up a
just
little bit,
practicing.
thinking on it.
Well, I believe you.
But he was there. His name's Denver. That's all I know.
Denver.
Do the 2 of you join?
He's got long ginger hair.
I'll wake up
Yeah, I
in the
assume.
chair next to the fire,
Long
Just
ginger
kinda-
hair.
look over and nod and look
I
down
tried
at
to
my
cast Might Evil.
almost empty beer.
Nice.
Ace, would you wish to join?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, that checks out.
I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm working on something in a notebook.
All right, the three of you are awake. No sign of Illustria or Vara or Denver for the time being. The morning is yours.
So, how do we all... Just you two. How do you guys think is the best way to get to Basinport? Because I don't really want to walk, if I'm being honest with you guys, you know? Like, if that's what we gotta do, that's what we gotta do, but...
Windy.
It is cold and I'm tired of the woods.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'll pull out my spell book and just like flip to one of the pages. I think I got my way figured out.
Does Bismuth answer questions?
I'm gonna look at you
I'm
like
gonna go to
curious,
Bismuth.
like
That's why I didn't show up.
in a way, like waiting for an answer, explanation.
And then I'll look away.
Yeah.
I'll say,
Cool.
Just
Sick.
want to
I happen to
Cat. Oh,
I have 4.
my cat's a bitch.
come across the teleportation circles and
And it works on just you.
learned it and got it copied down in my spell book. And
Locks.
no, it works on anybody inside the circle.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, that really makes things a lot
up to
easier.
one person.
Wow,
That seems like a very strong spell.
it's oddly convenient.
Yeah, it was. It ended up being a good choice. Might save us a few days.
Is this the... What I'm seeing, would it just be like that spell book that you found on the ground?
Yeah. I just used that. To
Okay.
Put my
To be like, well, it beats walking around in these big heavy
Was
things
that just
all
like
day.
hidden in the back and we just didn't know about it? Like, where did you come across that?
I may have picked it up along some of the wreckage we've witnessed along some of the way.
I'm not gonna complain about
Too
being...
busy eating rocks and forgot about a teleportation. I've been there.
Teleportations are good.
As you guys are having this conversation, Ace, in the inn sort of building, you come to the room that you left Bismuth in. You open the door to this dark interior, but with your dark vision, you can make out the figures. You can see a almost torso and up, humanoid-looking figure on top of almost a stick that goes down to a pedestal as it's sitting there unmoving. You can see the lines of almost arcane energy that ever so faintly give off a hum with this almost button on its chest.
I'd like to light a torch, get the room lit, and I'm going to go turn this creepy ass thing on.
Reach out your finger to this almost button that seems to be embedded right near its clavicle as you press a little bit of the stone. You can hear the faint hum of these almost arcane threads that go throughout his body as it picks up. You can see twitch a little bit before. Greetings, I am Bismuth.
Oh, Bismuth, if one wanted to get to Basinport from Marrow Bluff, what would be the quickest way to do so?
The shortest route to the capital of Basinport. Basinport? Walking. Many days.
There no teleportation circle, say in Stronghold and Pep 2, that would make that shorter?
There are means of teleportation.
What's the nearest accessible one?
That would be... You can see it shut down.
Okay, I'm gonna dismantle this fucking thing for birds or anything. I
You
would
wanna
like
just
to look
destroy
at
it?
it for a second, and yes, this thing's fucking
Ace is
creepy.
just a hate
It's a
trigger,
spy. It's not helpful. I might as well take some magic gems from this
What do you
fucking
mean? I
thing.
told you
Alright,
you could walk.
make an attack roll.
I wouldn't want to walk either.
I know. Well, he had to walk up here too.
26.
Yeah, you use your daggers, your venom dagger, your cards, whatever you would like to use. Initially, when you start trying to almost rip off an arm or bend it from here and there, it is well made and it's hard. But eventually, you can work your way and twist, almost like trying to break a twig off of an alive tree. You twist, and then you bend it the other way. You can break off one of the arms. It's just unmoving. You You can destroy as much
Do
of it
we
as
do
you
we
want.
hear this? Like him just
I am-
destroying this robot?
I'm going to
Is
be
this when
trying
Ben
to
multiclasses as
dismantle this
barbarian?
thing to see if there's any rare metals, any... This
Okay.
thing is magical. It's talking on
Yeah.
its own. It's not electricity that
Yeah.
I know what that is. It has
Give me
something
an
in it
arcane
that I
check.
want.
Give me an arcane
Is
check.
this when you multi-class as a barbarian?
What's your obsession with metals?
You're misunderstanding. He is just a. He's
17.
flies off. The
17. After
Hates
breaking
people,
this
flies
thing,
off the handle,
bending
with a
pieces
pawn shop
off,
down
there's
the
almost
street.
plates in between these threads that you can like bend off and break off. It's partially made of wood, partially made of metal, some of it's stone.
3.
But you're taking a keen to almost these threads, or the parts where the arcane energy is. And right with a button, right behind it, you can reach your hand back and you can almost feel something kind of smooth, but almost sharp, kind of jagged. You want
I
to
want
give it a
that.
yank?
Boom!
You break it off. You can see what looks like almost a gemstone.
Do I know anything about it? What type it is?
You can see it's almost blue. I don't think you've ever seen this before. Actually, give me a history check.
Roll that.
16.
16. You would actually know what this is.
Damn straight I would. I'm rolling like fire tonight.
I know. You're
Now,
making up
now
for
you
it.
just cursed it.
Yeah, I already got my shitty intimidation rolling, so I'm good to go.
No, you haven't rolled
A
that one.
gemstone, you know that this is jacinth.
Jace in...
Jacinth.
I'm going to spell it my way so I know how to say it.
About the size of a d20. Similar shape as well.
Do I know anything about this?
After you yank it out, you notice that there is no more arcane energy that you can tell going throughout the figure. It's just an unmoving mass of metal and wood.
Do I know anything about this gem? Like, is it used in magical weapons? Is it used in any...
With that arcane check, you know, not particularly this gem, but gems in general sometimes can be imbued with enchantments and powers to power other things. And this might be what that gem was doing for this bismuth.
Alright. I'm going to take one last check to see if there's anything else in this thing that might be of value.
Just scraps, unless you want to grab some...
That's fine. I don't need anything from this creepy-ass doll. Is there a hole in the wall in this room?
There are many holes.
Yeah. No, is this the wall? Is this the room that there's a big hole in the room?
No, that's a cross.
How heavy is bismuth?
All of it together?
No, I've disassembled it.
Ooh, depends on what part you want to take.
If the heaviest part, can I lift it up?
Torso, probably a good like 200 pounds.
Can I? Is it something I can drag and drop out the other room?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drag this fucking thing and drop it out on the side of the mountain.
Okay. Yeah, you can find a hole in the side of the building. You're just dragging this thing around. You throw it off into the snow.
All right, that's fine. I'm gonna go meet my party.
All right. Ace, after a good 20 minutes, reconvenes with you all.
Finally decided to wake up.
I had some business to take care of, but have we found out a way off this rock? Are we walking?
Wait,
Or
what kind of business is there up here?
I had some things to ride.
That's fair. All right. No, we have to walk.
We're walking down, no wagon.
Yeah,
Last night they
you knew the
said-
way, don't you? Since you walked up here the first time.
Yeah, don't
I'm
you?
gonna sigh at my party who does not care that I saved their life. That's what I'm gonna think in my head. And I
Now,
suppose-
supposedly Benedict found this teleportation spell that we might be able to use to get to
Yeah,
Basinport.
just a teleportation spell. No, like
I'm so happy we all knew about this. I suppose he found it this morning. That's the only way we wouldn't know about it.
I would
Isn't that
never
right,
imagine.
Benedict?
That's right.
Where'd you find it?
It was in that old book
You want to ask questions, or you guys want to make it there?
Is this something you can cast?
Well, yeah.
How far can we go with it?
We can go to Basinport.
Can we go
wanna
further
go-
than Basinport?
How far can we go?
I recall knowing Basinport. I know that teleportation circle.
Do you have to go to a
I
teleportation
also,
circle?
Yes.
Regardless of where we should want to go, we should go to Basinport because we can go anywhere from Basinport.
Well. We are at a crossroads here.
Or we could go back to Foxfield and get more of that dirty alcohol they serve there.
We got two options in my eyes. One, go to Basinport and do nothing against this undead horde. Two, where's the best beach around? I'm fed up. I'm serious, guys. I'm more than happy to leave. What are we gonna do if we go back?
Try.
Do whatever we can to save the good of humanity, regardless of our...
I'll shake my head because I know Kaladin's as stubborn as a fucking rock, and I'm
I'd
like,
be
wow.
smiling at you. Or should we sit here cross-armed and, do nothing? Or what would you suggest, I suppose?
I suggest go as far away as possible and have a good time.
I mean, to me, regardless
Man, you
if
sound
we're
like you're
continuing
part of
this
the
fight, I
new
want to go to
faith over
Basinport.
there.
I am tired of being in the woods.
well,
I
here's
second that. I could go for some city.
okay. All
Some city
honesty, then,
action.
are we going straight to Basinport, where if we teleport there, our presence will be known because we got to go to a circle, right?
Yeah.
What's the nearest circle to Basinport? Is there one in Thunderlove? I can't read that far.
No,
Thorn Cove?
Well, there's one.
I know of
Citadel
two circles,
Structure, right?
and they're being Basinport,
Yeah.
being the main capital, and my home, Gamdro.
Do you have to teleport to a circle you've been to?
If I'm drawing this portal up from the ground, yes, it needs to be
Somewhere
from
you've
somewhere I've been.
You know that the teleportation circle that you know of in the city, and for context, you two have extensive knowledge of Basinport. You two have little to no knowledge of Basinport. Naturally trying to stay away from it. But you do know of the teleportation circle in the town hall of the upper ward of the city, which is very prissy.
Yeah.
Which one? There are multiple in Basinport?
You know there is, yes.
Which one in Basinport do you know how to get to?
Is it multiple locations or like a hub that goes out to like all the
The
areas?
one in the town hall.
Multiple.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this spell? If I explain a different one, would that be enough? If it's still in Basinport, or is that not enough for you? That's the last place I think we want to hop on into.
I mean, we kind of need to go there though.
If he gives you a brief description, you can try.
Okay.
Does that destroy the scroll?
It's not a scroll. It's in my book.
No.
So how many times can you cast this? Is this ritual? Is this... seventh level.
So it's a surefire teleport to that specific circle that you know of in the town hall, or kind of if there are other circles around the city, you might end up in one of them. If you go off of his description.
If we go to that main,
What are the other
town hall, we're gonna be
teleportation
safe.
circles? Do I know about that?
You know your father has one. You know his father has one. You know there are probably a couple one that sketchy
coming
people use
on.
to smuggle a lot of.
Do I know about those?
What's up, Dad?
Like, could I describe them insanely
Everything
well if I
you're
roll a
from.
natural 20?
Same.
Or do I not even have the option?
You've never laid eyes on them. You know.
So
of
no,
them.
I couldn't. So I've laid eyes on my father's. I've laid eyes on that one. What other ones have I laid eyes on?
His father's.
Anything
You're
else?
looking at my father's?
Damn straight.
You know there's also there's one.
No.
Hey, gets the job done.
There's one in the center of the Whitecap Bazaar.
And what is about? Is that where is that located?
That's the market, huge market at the center of the city.
Come on,
Okay.
you know that.
I'd like to go to. So I know of 4 teleportation circles. One is in the upper town hall where you speak of. One is in the market where we could get lost in the crowd pretty quick. One is, I believe, Chad's father has a personal one, and then also my father has one. I would say let's go to the marketplace and get lost in the crowd. You know what happens if we fail?
Is there many dragonborns
Who
around
knows
these parts?
where-
I think I might
where
stick
we'll
out.
end
No,
up.
like my huge stature,
Have you
maybe
been
a
to the one
bit
in the
if
market?
there isn't.
I've laid eyes on it.
You
I've
know,
been it. I can do my best to describe
it's
it.
the merchant capital. You know, there's
I trust you enough to
everybody's there.
to think
you
I
know?
could probably.
If there's
make that
not a lot, they've
interpretation.
all seen it. You know.
I'm not coming for you, big dog.
I know. I'm waiting for my moment.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, but I was waiting for
I
a
say
battle.
we go to
Let it
the.
A
marinate.
battle.
Yeah, do you guys
Would I know?
I think we're gonna teleport to Basinport.
You'd have to teleport with them.
support with them? Okay.
So, the one inside the town hall. Is it something where like you teleport there and all of a sudden there's like
Bang down the door.
100 people
We're
just
all
staring at you,
waiting
like
for
whoever
us.
just
Like
teleported, or is it just kind of like
You know there's a student that tends to that particular circle, but you are going to have to go
No, you
through
could
the
come in and
center
literally
of
try
the
to
town
slice
hall.
Kaladin
City.
But I mean, like,
Or
you don't
could
just, like-
come in and tell
like, in the
us
middle,
to come with you.
you know?
Correct.
And
Okay.
if you're persuasive enough, maybe we would.
Okay.
Benedict, I say because
I've been waiting for like a good story.
as far as I know,
No, do
you
whatever
haven't
you want.
or-
you haven't
Let's
cast
don't
this
wait on
before, I would
Sirius.
assume, correct?
Correct.
You know, you want to see more.
I say we take it a little.
And which would make sense with
I
this.
say we take it
Now
a little
that
easy on the
Return of
first
World,
one. We
I
just get to
enjoy Its
Basinport.
the light's a little too much, and you still
I'm-
see the
I
lightning.
mean,
So excited to go
Because
to
I
there's-
picture
Basinport.
this happening. It's like a battle, and I come in. And
I can't wait till we find
save the day.
which
and just
teleport
tell,
pad
like,
we're
you
gonna
guys
use.
get out of here.
I don't think there'll be a battle
Damn, okay.
I'm sure you like me.
Well, I could insert myself.
I could use
first
some
into
spell
battle.
components, so we need to go to the city.
Can I just change myself into an animal?
Well, why don't we go to your father's? I'd love to tell them how you
We can go there right after.
how you
It's not
devoted
far.
your
No,
faith
us
to
four, there's no
to
one else
Tyr.
here.
We
The
are not
direwolf
far.
comes in.
The town hall is not
It might
far
not
from my
last very
father's,
long.
so we could just walk there.
But you can do that.
Will
So
we
this
though?
is attack.
I'm fine.
Well, I
with
mean,
Attack based.
that. I need money.
yeah, I mean,
I have
you could also
plenty of
transform
money.
into a rat and try to find
I don't know
us.
that.
You could just make me for later.
Are you is this you telling me
You know what I mean?
that you? I don't know, like if this is
Like,
out
I'm
of
part of the
character
story, and I just follow,
This
and
is
then
like
I come
a-
back.
You could try
Before
to
I
sneak
give you
in.
money.
You
Are you hungry?
no, I open up a portal.
No, I just need
So
to buy
he opens up a
I need to buy
portal, so
spell
theoretically
components
you
is the
could
main thing,
cast
and I don't have a
Be
lot of
sheep
money for
into a
that.
rat.
Well,
And you can
in
just
my
follow
eyes,
through the
this
portal.
gold is
You could have been
just
watching us
as
this
much as
entire
mine
time
as it
with
is
the rat.
yours.
Okay.
Alright.
If you want.
I
That's
just
the only
need
reason I
input.
needed to go to my father's, unless we
I
want
can
to.
start inputting whatever.
I'm not saying we should.
Like,
Chad
But I can
asking
jump and
his
start
own dad
including
for money,
that
huh?
stuff in it.
I'm
You
not
gotta
saying
come
we
to the
should,
door first
but
so you can talk.
we also have a
So I can
lot
explain the
of
story.
items
No,
that
I always thought like he says what,
That-
what's
No,
going
no,
on.
no, no, no.
And
You
this
know,
guy comes in. This
could go
guy
missing.
is here.
He wants us to go to Basinport. We don't have to go to Basinport.
If that
we
was the
didn't want
case,
to go to
Ben would be
Basinport,
playing.
we could go literally anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
You make your own story.
Okay.
He'll try. He has
he'll try to.
a
sway it.
path that he has planned out.
Right.
And if we're assholes,
It's like we're bowling with bumpers.
we can really try to go
You
away
can do a
from
lot
the
of this.
path.
Yeah, right.
Because, you know, he leads us into things that make sense for us to want to do.
Yeah.
But you do what you want.
Yeah, otherwise this guy
Right.
would just be like sitting in the bushes crying all day.
Probably.
It's like the
Not
main
getting anything
mission,
done.
but you can go off on sub-missions all day if you want,
Mm,
and
we
not
need-
make
we-
any progress.
Like I said, it's
literally
like
just
bowling
did.
with
You're
bumpers.
still stuck in the mountain town.
You're gonna
You've
go
done, like
that way.
26 missions.
Bowling with bumpers is a pretty good.
Like
way to
it
go.
doesn't matter where.
Yeah, yeah.
There's eventually going to be the the straightaway.
Right. Okay. But yeah, what's next?
I think.
No, I don't want to cramp your guys'
Fucking
flow.
around,
Keep it
dipshit.
going. I'm enjoying myself. I was planning on like 8-ish.
What time is it?
7:41.
Yeah. So whenever I'm gonna get picked up, so I just gotta tell her whenever.
All right. Yeah. So if you guys end up figuring out where you want to teleport to,
I say we go to the merchant district, go straight there, and try to get lost for a second. Hopefully,
Benedict,
not
it's up
knowing.
to you.
It's up to you. I can explain it the best I can, and we can go
Wherever
from
you
there.
want to go. If you
Well-
want to go to my father's too, I can explain that.
I don't know the intricacies of
Let's
teleport.
let's start with the description of the merchant one, because I mean, in my opinion,
That's where we ultimately
That's-
want to go. It's just.
I mean that seems the most easily doable for the one that I haven't been to, if that makes sense.
Hey,
'Cause
have
I mean,
a
realistically, wouldn't I have walked through the merchant? Oh, probably not. If I've not, yeah, never mind.
Are Lustria and Vara back? Do I know where the gold is kept? Can I make a perception quick as we're talking?
sure.
Can I see you just like start to look around for some reason?
Yeah, what the fuck am I looking at, metagaming asshole? Fuck! 11.
You peek behind the counter. You just see papers, no coin.
Is it papers of what I think it is?
You can see just like travel time, scheduled pickups.
You notice how we weren't paying for anything?
You couldn't do anything with it?
I was just looking around. I'll explain the merchant place for you if you're ready for it. Can I try to explain the merchant?
Sure.
Do I roll for that?
Give
I don't
me
know what I'm.
a
All
wisdom
right,
check.
Ace is about to give us a story. Everybody close their eyes now.
I'm waiting. I'm prepared. My ears are open. Why are you looking for
You wouldn't say that this could be deemed a perception check because it's what I've seen.
No, this is you not perceiving something, but trying to explain something to Benedict. So just a straight wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Come on, my woman.
Can I
Wizard.
try to deceive him into believing?
Believe in the me that believes in you.
Yeah, I think we're going with the one.
Can I
No.
I got
give
an 8.
him advantage because I've been there?
Sure.
Or roll
Yeah,
separately?
Chad can join in trying to
Yeah,
explain.
Yeah,
try.
I can. Do I
Yeah,
give him
so
advantage or
basically
roll
it looks
separately?
like
You got a
Whatever you want.
minus
It's like a
2 wisdom.
chalkboard.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage. Roll again.
20. Non-natty.
You get a pretty decent description of what you can imagine would be the teleportation circle in the middle of the Whitecap Bazaar.
All right. We got a cask, right?
Where do
I
you put
believe
that
some
down
people
there?
would call that a keg, but yeah.
Yeah. But I'll be just kind of like repeating to myself, like, okay, merchant, stalls, like trader, Basinport.
Are you just saying
Yeah,
this out loud
yeah, I
too,
think-
like
yeah.
mumbling it to yourself?
It's like, yeah,
Eating
I
rocks.
think we could. I think we could go with that. I think we'll. Do we have everything we need?
At this point,
Hey,
this is a good time. I run in with another barrel of ale, and I present it to you guys.
Oh.
This is
And
the
I-
guy. This is the guy I was talking about.
What do you mean, guy?
I would like to ask what your next move is, and what your plan for this
I'm
mission
not telling
is.
you anything.
Who is the dumbest guy in this group? I'm gonna question him.
you do a perception check, maybe. See who looks
Yeah,
the
do a
dumbest.
perception check of who you think is the most dumb.
Okay.
I'm like looking at you with a half smile, going, scary guy.
Alright, perception check. How do I do this?
Just roll, and
Okay.
then wherever your perception skill is, add that.
5.
Plus 5.
So I got 10.
Looking around, you guess it would probably be one of these two.
Okay, so I got a 50-50 chance right now. Let's see. I'll talk to Paladin Conquest.
Caladan. Sorry, that's my character.
Paladin.
So you look at me.
I look at you.
So
He is 7'4". He's a big white dragonborn. Just
So
so you know.
I'm a cold dragonborn. I got a scar over my right eye, but I wear my shoulder where one shoulder has armor and the other one's exposed, and then I have a big maul draped across my back. So I'll look at you and be like,
Alright.
and
Almost exactly like that guy.
How tall is he?
That's your
He is
character.
6'2".
He has a fucking lute on
So
his
he's just
back,
a little
dude.
bit
Guys,
taller than
so
But I,
picture me.
instead of a flute, I still have a flute now, but I also have a lyre.
Oh, you're one of those band people.
And I just like picture.
I'm gonna walk up to this guy.
Yeah, I picture like you walking in, him being like, "That's a scary guy," and me, I'm just like.
I'm
It looks like you have.
I'm gonna look him up and down, and then purposely. And I'm gonna look up you up and down. I'm gonna smile, and I'm gonna say, "I will give you this gift under one condition. You tell me what your next move is,
I'm gonna look at the.
and I want the
Alcohol.
full details."
I'm gonna look at the alcohol, knowing that I really
Knowing that
like
it's
alcohol.
also 5,000 gold. Or
No,
What's
no,
the
it
main
has
drink
nothing to
we
do with
have
the
that
We
night?
have another
100%
one.
has everything to do with the fact it's alcohol. And I'm just like, yes, we're going to Basinport. Just full break.
And what are your intentions at Basinport?
I'll cut in like on that being, and we just dumped where we're going. I'll be like, I think we'll answer that question if you tell me your intentions of knowing why or where we're going next. is, why do you need to know where we're going?
At this point, I would explain my.
But honestly, you know, keg is a beer, a keg of beer. Am I right, guys?
That's what I'm saying.
And I'll slap you on the shoulders, like, you know.
I'd say I've been searching for a sense of purpose. I've been in this town for many years. I used to travel with a group like you, but at this time, I think I'm ready to emerge from the depths of the mountains.
I think I understand where you're coming from, friend.
I'm
I used to always search for a purpose.
depths
and
of
then
the
I've-
mountains.
Finding and putting my faith in Tyr gave me that purpose to now venture this world, so I think I kind of understand where you're coming from.
Well, what do you say if I join you boys?
How about you tell me your name first? No, I'm going to brandish my arm the same way I do with a big smile and be like, Caladan Northway.
Denver, Colorado.
And I'll like see you. I'll see you shake my hand and I'll be like, well, typically we lock arms, but nice to meet you, Denver, Colorado.
So what do you say if I join you boys?
Well, that'd be up to the person actually helping us travel. I don't know.
I mean, realistically, nothing's preventing him from just hopping in the portal after we go through it, so...
Oh, is that how it is?
Honestly, I think the only thing I'm concerned of is as long as you're carrying that keg of beer.
Yeah, I'm fine. You're a little off-putting yesterday, but you know you brought gifts today, so that definitely makes up.
He's took a couple hits to the head. I don't, you know. Might have died once. He's a little.
At this point, I'd be like, so you like the beer? There's more where that came from. And then I will beast sense into whatever beast I like.
Beast shape.
Beast shape I like. Up to 1 hour. Oh, okay.
So this
I
is,
thought I could just turn into a beast.
So beast sense is when you touch a willing beast. These you can just turn into a beast.
So wild
Okay,
shape,
any
yeah.
beast. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, that changed my thought process. Okay.
So you could turn into a brown bear.
At this point, I turn into a brown bear.
How was I
I cannot speak anymore, but I'm
Oh,
along
I
for,
think
I'm
I
along
understand
for the
where-
ride.
I think I understand. He wants us to maybe, you know, we could use him for transport.
Yeah, as he's sitting there, I kind of
Please hop on.
You know, like,
I
I'll, like,
kind of picture Denver as just like sulking, you know, kind of has like this furred hood. Maybe it's up, maybe it's down, but he kind of is like unmoving. And then you just see him shapeshift, turn into this huge like 600-pound bear.
So can I join you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Wait, did I already get acceptance though? I felt like
Wait.
I was accepted in the group.
No, yeah.
Well, now you're a bear. You can't talk.
What happened to the keg?
Now we're just along for the ride.
Benedict, wait, guys. So we're gonna teleport to the middle of a market with a bear.
No, that is not happening.
You know that isn't that uncommon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Didn't you
common.
just say this was the merchant capital? They have all kinds here, even dragonborns. I've only seen a couple of
Like there's
dragonborns.
bears there, but just coming out of a teleportation circle.
You think that's better?
Well,
any
hey, we
better
can
than
load
a
'em up with veil.
dragonborn
They'll
or
look like a
tiefling?
pack
or-
mule.
I like the way you think.
Do I have any straps? Can I?
Yeah, exactly.
Can we look around? Do we have any straps, or does anyone have anything in their bags, like some
Yeah, we
sort
can.
of rope,
We got
where we
rope.
can
Yeah.
Like a
tie like
pack mule?
30
So we can-
casts of ale onto his back?
Oh, we have
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Is there
Perfect.
another cast of ale on the table?
So
You're
like it's
not
no
stealing
below,
another cask.
right
We
below
haven't
this
stolen one to
space,
begin with.
and Denver would know this extensively.
another.
Right below this inn or this town hall space is the brewery where they make the Marrow Bluff Ale, and there is many
That they
cabins.
would
and that's,
notice.
and that's what I'm assuming
that's
still,
the
like
case.
Caladan. If he can't talk, he's a big bear. I'm like already like finding where our keg is, and I'm like
Loading
gonna
him
try.
up.
Yeah, literally.
There's like,
Well,
for
like I
my-
said, there's more where that came from. So when you look at the cast, I just give you a nod.
Because basically, to my understanding, there's so much downstairs they would not notice with these fucking weirdos.
I start
who
pulling
they are.
out the rope in my backpack.
That's kind of a 50-50. They might be like hyper.
Well, also,
People are
they're not
weird.
going to come and get us to, you know, they've already said they don't leave the mountain. And do we plan on coming back here?
Well,
Yeah, but they're shady
apparently-
people. Do we trust them?
I'd
We're
be
never gonna
willing
see
to
them again.
carry the ale for you.
Maybe.
I think you're gonna carry that ale regardless. At this point.
I'm just a pack mule
I'm
in
gonna
this.
strap that shit. You know?
Wish I had speak.
Give me a history check,
What is that?
Denver.
So roll a d20.
as they're talking about possibly stealing more ale.
Can druids understand when they're in a bear?
Yep.
You got a natural 20.
God damn.
Jeez.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You don't know anything.
You know everything.
Or
So
I
you know that you're kind of just like sulking around or whatever. These people, they're kind of weirdos, but this Marrow Bluff Ale is like the Gucci of ale in this entire empire. And it all comes from here. This is the only place that they can make it because they brew it from marrow of bone, dragon bone, from the top of the mountain. And there's only 2 people that you've seen that really like run shop here. And people occasionally come up like every 2 weeks to get these casks and pay a lot of gold, like 5,000 gold minimum, for these barrels of ale, and then transport them to the major cities where they pay a lot of money for this ale. And you know downstairs where they brew it, whereas they're very weird people, much like yourself, living up in a mountain your whole life. They are not to be taken lightly.
Denver.
And you know that
You fucking
if you were to
serious, Sam.
steal even one cask from them, they would know because they keep a very tight ship, even though they're kind of weird. But you know that somehow they do have connections to like hire assassins, hire all these people if anybody brings them any wrongdoing. But you yourself, you kind of been role playing. It's up to you. You almost want to steal some. And
Yeah,
then
my
this is
way
almost
out?
your way out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's up to
Leaving
you.
the town. You guys don't know much about me. I'm a mysterious figure, but I'm along for the journey.
Generous in my eyes, but
I mean, the only thing I told you boys is there's more where that came from. So let's do it. Let's ransack the place.
You're going like this as the bear.
yeah, like he's bobbing up like
I get this weird
he
feeling.
wants to carry everything. Yeah, he's gonna carry it.
I get this weird
I
feeling
picked
like
the
that
most powerful
initial.
creature here for a reason.
Good
Like
feeling.
for like given that description, like the barrel you brought up is already stolen. You're like, there's more where this came from. Like it came from.
Oh, is
just-
that the case? Or is that
We
like
don't know.
We don't know.
Oh yeah, okay.
Don't ask.
We have ours that we were given, and then we have his that
We were
we were given.
given.
I showed you that I owned the place by fucking crushing the barrel
You know-
the night before.
Ace,
Not me.
As far as you know, this is my fucking.
I don't
art.
I
think-
don't know shit other than the guy. You just walked in. You're like, hey, you want some beer?
I don't think we should steal, but I'm also not one to snitch on people. So you do what you want.
Why the hell are you looking at me?
Really?
You don't need
What the
his
fuck are you
approval.
talking about? You think
everywhere
I
we
can
go, you
even
can
lift a
borrow.
fucking keg?
I know you've been thinking about if
I
you
can't
can.
even fucking lift a keg.
Did I see him earlier peering over the thing?
Yep.
Does he have any idea what I was doing?
Well, that's what I'm about to
Typical
ask over there, guy.
Typical Ace stuff.
I'm not saying anything. Be like, well, I don't think regardless I'm much for stealing anything anywhere. Never have.
Or
so
shall we just get going?
I think we got 2 kegs of ale. Big old bear over here. We could
I
just
think we got one to
say
drink and
we're-
one to sell.
Do you, well, with your
I
guys'
think we
knowledge,
got 2 to sell.
with your guys' knowledge, do you think we could actually just get away with that? Saying that we're transporting on a bear, but yet we teleported right in there?
Oh, I think I can talk our way through.
Well, either way, what?
From my knowledge,
Either way, even if we teleported there with
Not that abnormal.
the kegs, they think we're still gonna carry them when we get there.
And think about it this way: no one's going to expect us to teleport from Marrow Bluff. We walked to Stronghold and Pet 2 with the bear, and now we teleported to. We got no problems. See, I say we open this portal and get on through.
All right, let's
Okay.
go.
I trust your
So-
judgment.
You don't want to steal any more.
Did I see any
Barrels?
coins? That's something I,
mean,
can hold.
You see 5,000 in every keg.
They're good people to me. If I see it, yeah, I won't allow it.
I don't. Can I give one last look before we go to see
your
any
line?
coins?
Give me another perception check.
No, you're lawful neutral.
All right. Well, I guess. But
damn.
now,
That doesn't-
due to my
15.
faith over the.
You look around
yeah,
and you recall seeing he had a
More or
pile
less
of
my
gems
military.
that
it's like we wouldn't-
Benedict prior to
If
today
they were bad,
bought from him,
like it was the
and he
people,
took all of that
it's
with
just
him
fine,
whenever
it's
he
not
went to
just-
bed, wherever he
that's
went.
There's no more gems.
All right, Ben.
Well,
Benedict. Benny boy.
quit petting the dogs and open up the portal.
I imagine they got pretty good taste in rocks in Basinport, huh?
You know,
We're gonna find
I
out.
have seen quite a few. You know, up in the upper city, There's some nice marble up there that, that might have a good taste.
I've seen some people
I'm saying
in
this,
the upper city
nudging
that
you a little
don't
bit.
I'm gonna, like-
necessarily eat
I'll, like,
rocks,
lean in.
but-
Can I glance
That's
out the
smart.
window and see what the weather's like?
See what?
It's
The weather's
fancy
like-
looking rocks.
Same as always.
All right.
So
I'm gonna look outside and just shake my head to the snow and pull out my chalk and start drawing on the floor of the
Right in the
town
middle.
hall. Right. Yep. Just right in there. It's
Alright.
it's a 10-foot. Well, it's not really a
So do we got
circle.
another keg
Yeah.
on us then? Okay, so I'll start securing the other keg that we had initially to Denver, Colorado. I'll make sure you're good, and I'll like, due to my animal handling, I'll look at you after I strap it and I'll be like, see if you react or anything, or like nod or something, or
I'm gonna continue drawing
I'll
that circle.
gesture saying more.
Shit.
well, that like confuses Caladan because I'll be like, well, what did you tell me though? That's the thing. So
There's more where that came from.
but that's all I know.
That's all you know. There's just more where that came from.
You
I'll
don't
be
know
like,
where
so
it is.
then I'll be like, well, hold on a second. Maybe did you mean this guy's like a bad man because he's like a thief or something? Why is it?
No, he's just scary.
I mean, he's a bear. I was like, we like, okay. And I'll brush it
Beat
off.
up any gold with it? Or are we just not gotten any?
No, we've been getting like different stuff instead of gold, I guess.
Oh, Are we
I
stealing
finished
any, or are
drawing
you
the
just
circle
going?
while they're discussing and stuff, and
Disgusting gesturing to a bear.
and I'll inscribe it with some sigils and just all while I'm thinking about the merchant and
descriptions we gave you.
yep,
So you want to go to the Whitecap Bazaar circle.
yep. So
Okay.
just bizarre,
Yeah.
bizarre,
You guys watch as
bizarre.
Benedict
While I'm drawing on the ground.
Finish
I have so much
finish his
fun.
drawing with chalk.
How much?
These
'Cause I haven't gotten
sigils
so
in
in a
a
long time.
Right, because I've been
maybe
writing all.
10-foot
Can we
diameter
split it up before we go to the
circle
city?
of a space, easy enough to fit all of you and
just
the
kidding,
bear.
Did you not
And
hear me earlier?
you finish drawing your
Said all
last
gold.
little
Just
incantation
as
on
much
the
as
ground,
yours
on the
is
wood,
mine.
Because I want to go off.
As long as
going
it's
over with
good.
your chalk. And
I
you
do
feel
have a
finished.
secret
You
mission
can
I
What do you guys
almost
buy?
feel the hum
Magic.
of this
stuff.
this circle, and you keep in your
Within the
imagination
realms
the
of this.
description
Only
that
2,000.
Ace gave you and Chad gave you of this Whitecap Bazaar,
shares.
and you can almost
Otherwise,
feel
yeah, we
the
have
link
270
between the two.
tokens,
You feel
20,000
confident.
in shares, and now we have 2 cakes.
And after everybody enters, then
2 cakes.
you mentally connect with all
five
of your
each.
companions that
They
you want to
buy
teleport, and you can go
Them
wherever
from
you
Hero
want to.
Bluff for
saying-
5,000. We transported them to Basinport.
Once that
That doubles the
once
money.
that circle finishes, it
makes
makes like a port.
inflation.
We
So it's not actually like we teleport from
Other than
inside the
that,
circle.
Oh,
It just,
really?
yeah, it just like forms a portal in that circle, and then anybody
So
I think
glass eye
can use it.
for 1,000. We got rid of the silver crown.
Yeah, so you,
I
Yeah,
heard
a
a
shimmering
rod of
portal
amber.
opens within the circle
think
you
that's
drew
a
and remains
component.
open until the end of your next
is,
turn, or the
I'm
duration
so
of
stingy in the silver.
one round.
Huh?
You don't want to just keep
So we
giving
got
me,
6
like,
seconds to get through this
liquidate.
thing.
Just give me like a little.
My character's stingy.
Any creature that enters the portal instantly
We have 6
appears
seconds to
within
get to
5
the
feet of
portal.
the destination circle or the nearest
6
unoccupied
seconds?
I like
space.
love.
So yeah, it's
Roll.
yeah, so it would open up for like 4 to 6 seconds, but then it would close. The incantation would still be there, but the only people who would be able to use it to like follow you would be someone who you taught that circle like to. So like Illustrious and Vara would not be able to follow you.
okay.
I'm done.
Don't do that.
But Benedict finishes drawing his sigils, and the portal is ready.
Well, you first.
Do I jump at it?
I
Do we walk in it?
go to touch it and just get sucked up into it.
Well, shit. Do we know we have to follow?
I'm just.
I'm pretty
walking-
sure it only lasts a couple And then
As he he says, "Do we have to follow?" I'm just gonna like walk through. Just not. Like, yeah, just.
I'll walk through.
Chad's ready to just go to the city.
Caladan?
and it's gone.
What about Bear Man?
Push his
He
ass in
joins.
there. You just gotta touch it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be like as I get close to it, like like I'll pull my head and like my arms away for a bit, and then I'll just get
And as all of you step into this circle, almost all at the exact same time, you disappear from the space. You want to describe how it feels?
How does it feel?
You ever gotten head?
paint me a picture.
I initially closed my eyes, and after I touched it,
So much.
Sorry.
it felt like I was just flying through the air until I opened my eyes and just saw all these colors and
Went through the pool.
like lines and blurs passing me until
Basinport.
I blinked a few more times and
He's
I just saw
when
the
we're told.
next thing I saw was the steward of the bizarre portal.
So, go ahead and roll a 1d4 for me.
Oh no, here we go. Lost in the fucking abyss.
It was a surefire one that you knew, or
Ugh.
a description. So,
Who's the fucking dumbass who went off a description?
2.
a 2. All right. So, go ahead and roll another 1d4 for me.
We're in Narnia, boys. 1.
1. Okay.
Low is good.
As you all step into this portal, the oddly warm interior of the inn that you are in, as opposed to the cold outside, you step in and whoosh, immediately your body is sucked away. It feels a little bit different than the teleport that you did prior when you initially landed in Kingsford, Timberland. This one seems like, rather than getting sucked and jolted around in random spots, you almost have a guide, a North Star. It kind of reminds you for a second, you almost feel like you're birds forming a flock in a V formation, flying through these arcane tubes of sorts. But your guide, ever present in front of you, Benedict, as you're whoosh, wisping through this unmoving space, you can't feel your body. It's almost like your mind is shooting through a consciousness, floating through this space, and following Benedict, following his lead. Benedict, you feel almost threads, arcane threads that you know connect to different parts of the Empire. You can sense almost a pull from Gemdril, as that is your home and you've been there for years, and you can feel it dive down into the rock, deep. But you continue forward, trying to not latch onto this description of Basinport, somewhere south, but a little bit more west than Gemdril, that Ace gave to you. And as you're getting closer, you feel like you're almost there, you lose focus of the description that he gave you. But it immediately latches on, you're grasping for anything, you mentally latch on to this thread that leads to what you know is the Helkian Plaza Town Hall circle. And whoosh, right as you emerge out of this funnel, mentally, all of you arrive in the center of a room. A decently large room, whoosh, all standing on your feet. It all comes to a still, and decently quiet, other than just soft violin music in the distance. You're not sure where it comes from. You can see a circular room, about the same size as the inn that you were just in, except this floor is stone, made of marble, and different types of rock, and intricate designs on the floor that go into bricks, up pillars, spanning past these large stained glass windows that lead off to a beautiful, beautiful sunrise. Like the golden rays of light shoot through these windows down and almost greets your skin. It's a mild temperature. It smells almost too clean in here. As you all come to a rest, Denver in his bear form with the kegs on your back, you look around, and the only figure you can see in the room, other than these statues of different races of dragonborns, gifts, bugbears, goblins, elves, standing still, holding almost flagpoles. You can see a doorway in front of the circular room, and almost a rostrum of sorts, or a pedestal, with a book and a little lamp that leans over. You can see half-elf standing there with his hood down, and it drapes into these ornate robes that go down with two green almost tips with golden filigree on them. As he picks up with a little monocle on his eyes, he greetings. You can see him walk around the rostrum and come up and greet you. He is very, very prissy stance, kind of shoulders leaned back. What brings you to Basinport? May I get your names, please?
I am Chad Lormau.
Chad Lormont. Welcome back, sir. Good to see
Good to be back.
As you guys say your names, you can see and hear a quill on the book behind him, jotting down something.
My jaw is gonna drop when he says his fucking last name out loud. We're trying to come into this place incognito. My jaw drops.
And I'll sit there, like, while he says that, and I'll be like, well, the market must be still today. Seems quite small.
And obviously, I would know this is clearly not the market.
My hat's down. I think we should get on out as quick as we can.
You said it to everybody?
You said your name too, then, right? Or would you have given a false alias?
Yeah, what do you guys say for your names?
That was also kind of questioning that.
No, I'm about it.
So, well, I think regardless of the names,
We're not wise.
you must be the one who wants to buy some of our ale. This is the market, right?
You can see him kind of touch his monocle as he looks
This
towards
may
Denver
be
with
the
the
wrong.
casks on
It
him.
might be the wrong shop, but interested in buying some Maribluff ale.
Maribluff Ale, you say? I, per se, am not the one to make those purchases. I believe a Lormo should be able to show you around town and find a suitable vendor.
Is this not the market?
No, he messed up.
Where did we get teleported? Sorry. I was writing
The
a
town
letter.
hall. The town hall.
Excuse.
That's the letter I wrote the other night. When I
by
have
the
a
way,
chance, I'm dropping that off to someone.
Okay.
I like look down at the floor and I'll be like, so this is marble.
This is
Like,
horrible.
Benedict. Apparently this is a
I'm drooling.
pretty fine rock they have in here. But excuse my impoliteness, I am Caladan Northwhite, shepherd of Stronghold and Pet.
Ah, Shepherd, I see that.
I'll extend my arm.
Kind of reaches out, his sleeve almost comes over his hand so you can only see the tips of his
And like
fingers.
I'll like grab it, embrace him, and be like, nice to meet you.
Bit uncomfortable. Nice to meet you, Shepherd. Welcome to Basinport. I didn't catch your name, sir.
Ace.
Ace. Does it have a last name?
Ace.
Just Ace. Very well. Well, if you would like to take your
down
bear
Ace.
and quietly exit the plaza, this is, I believe, no place for a very wet giant beast.
He is just transporting our goods for us, yes, and sorry we have sullied your establishment.
Very well, I will take care of that. You can see him kind of wave his sleeve as all of the wetness from the snow that is like melted over your body. Now you can feel it almost get whiffed off of you, and you are now dry. So, please be expedient in your exit.
Chad's just gonna like close his eyes and just like inhale, just happy to be back in the city. And then
I'm gonna be looking around. Do I see anyone I know?
In this room, it is just you and the steward.
Good.
so we're going to the market, and then
Let's go to market. Keep in mind, this is 5,000 gold. What time of day is it, by the way?
Morning, probably like 8 in the morning.
would I know if
Can I change that to at noon? At the top of the day. The thing I just gave you?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, would I know if walking around with 2 kegs of ale would be something to be dangerous?
Didn't I ask this question?
Not up here.
What about in the market?
No.
Okay.
Too many people.
Let's keep in mind, this is 5,000 gold at the source. We transported this miles and miles. We're not selling this for 5,000 gold per
Oh,
cash.
absolutely not.
Well, per.
Start this 17 per and see what they say.
I'm like, okay.
All right. I'll lead him out
Yeah,
down
and
towards the market.
Ace and Chad would know the direction and the way to go, but you can walk towards these doors as you approach them. Are you leading the pack?
Yeah, I'll
I'm
lead the-
cautiously by the bear,
Okay.
where if I see someone, I'm on the other side of the bear.
Yeah, you feel very out of place. You've never been here before. You don't know what to expect. Same with you. and
Caladan's
kind
very
of you.
cordial because I am way out of my boundaries
Yeah.
here. Like,
It gives you a little comfort that you're shepherd.
yeah.
Like people respect that, but you've heard things about the capital, and you don't know. Some people might think that's a bad thing.
Yes.
But as you approach this door, the huge heavy dark oak doors with almost iron slats all along them, with no handle. You don't know if it pushes, if it pulls, if it opens up, left, right, whatever. Silently drift open as you walk out into the center of the plaza. You can see in the center of this city hall up here in Helkian Plaza, there's a celebration happening. You can see right in the middle, they were revealing a huge image of what seems to be an arcane major image spell of a statue. And you can hear an almost elven voice, a woman's soft voice. You're not sure where it's coming from. Somewhere above you, you're not sure, but you can hear her. Join us as we celebrate the revealing of the Eldath Accords. The image itself, a little taller than a human, is a marble statue. You can see it's interwoven with gold. The statue is a huge robed woman, featureless, holding a large blue gemmed scepter in her hand, lifting it like this. You can see the robes that drape down. The scepter unrolls, revealing a massive scroll flowing in the wind, high above the tiny citizens in the illusion. They look like ants. As you can see, a smattering of people, maybe 30 around the center of the plaza, kind of give a soft clap right as you exit, as they're all looking towards this image of this statue. This statue represents not only Eldath, the goddess of singing waters, but the diversity of the empire, a populace that welcomes all walks of life, from all corners and all gods, which is key to a beautiful future. In the building itself, you can see this huge, almost kind of similar to like a Capitol building. Another marble interiors, just flat, but there's different, almost embossment of different silver metals and very intricate designs, and the white pillars that shoot up almost to a domed ceiling with a hole in the top that you can see just the blue sky with the occasional little white clouds slowly drifting by. Golden ray of light beaming down right onto this image of this statue. You're exiting a building that seems like on the other side there flanks a similar spot. Maybe it's another circle room. You're not sure what's over there. Up to the left you can see it ascend and go into almost what looks like a bigger courtroom or a ballroom or a council room with huge windows that go all along the side. And you get the idea, you too know. That is where the council holds its meetings. And if you're down in any other point of the city, that's what you see, those curved windows of this courtroom atop of the plaza. But you know, following Chad's lead, you kind of put your noses down and try and drift around the crowd, away from this attention. This is very much probably the last place you want to be if you're trying to keep a low profile. But you kind of just keep your noses down and waltz around this group and make your way out to these huge, huge doors, maybe 50 feet up, that are just staying open out into the Greenyard Plaza in this almost oasis-type upper ward of the city. Where are you trying to go?
To the market.
Does Kaladin also get a sense that like it is a very prim and proper place?
Yes.
The Hawk 2 is on the ground.
Then like as we go through this, I'm gonna like assume a role of being like the guard of our goods, and I'm gonna I'll stand behind as we walk through the bear and act
Chad's
very
Professional.
Yes. Yeah.
Chad's not trying at all to be
The only
sneaky.
thing I got is I'm a shepherd. Otherwise, I hate this place.
He's just
So-
walking with a smile on his face, just happy to be out of the woods, just not a care in the world.
As you enter this plaza, looking around, you two know this is Helkian Plaza. This is the upper ward of the city. This is where rich people live. It is a pristine stretch of well-kept gardens and tranquil fountains. This is where the upper class lives, attending ballroom dances and theater. Most of the upper families have servants that fetch their produce and everyday amenities, allowing them to rarely leave the plaza. The district is also home to City Hall, which you are now exiting, reaching high above the canal opposite to the Whitecap Bazaar. This is where the coined council presides. And looking around, you can see people with pristine clothing, very, very expensive furs, rare robes, and different filigree embossed into their expensive leather. And they all have their shoulders back, walking around. You can see not a lot of them have their fingers put together. You can't really see their hands. But as you enter the plaza, you walk out. Not much people around. You can see a couple people here and there. But as you exit, there's 2 guards that you can see standing with their shiny helmets, with huge halberds, almost a maroon leather around their staffs or the handle of these halberds, sporting the colors of the monarch minority. You can see that these are buttermen. And as you exit and step down these stairs, you can see one of them looks over. Oh! What is that? You can see them get their halberds ready,
Whoa,
and they're pointing it at all of you
That is not
as you step
necessary.
down.
Whoa.
Out of the way, there's a beast!
No, he's with us.
Excuse me, I am
Co-
a guard for the shipment of our goods here. I assure you, this beast is very well tamed, and he serves quite a purpose for our party.
Is mine if my girlfriend stops in for a couple minutes to see this? She's interested.
But as you guys step down and you have this bear companion with you that you know is Denver, stepping down with these kegs on his side, you can see these guardmen get ready and they point their halberds at you. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna try to like.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I would step between them, like very, very stature, like between Bear, me, everybody else, guards, just to protect.
I'm gonna come out
I don't have
roaring at this point.
Okay.
I'm pretty pissed off right now.
All right.
Can I multi-attack?
You want to attack one of the guards?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll it.
I'm
roll
right
the
next
attack.
to him. Do I get a reaction?
So my you can make 2 attacks, one with your bite and one with your claws. Oh, damn.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll the hit.
D20?
Yep.
At a 10. Plus 5 to
A 15.
hit, 5 reach. Decipher this.
Okay, so you did 10. So you did bite plus 5 to hit, 5 foot reach. So you get a 15 on the
Can I
attack
cast
roll.
something right now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I cast
Yes.
command on the bear?
Does
No,
that
If you want.
Well,
I will
Yeah, we're not
completely
initiative yet.
throw
You guys can do
myself
whatever you
in
want.
wherever you're trying to attack.
I'll cast polymorph on the bear.
Okay.
And I'm taking this very, very serious. You will see holy flames start emitting from my eyes.
I'm screwing up the mission right now.
No.
I'm just trying to.
No.
make
I'm
sure I
just
have the right
saying it's more or
components.
less like I'm just playing my role by, And I'll be like, whoa, man, settle down.
I don't have that as a card. Okay, sick. Does command have a component?
So you want to cast polymorph on Denver?
Can you already polymorph now?
He's unwillingly casting it on him.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So you have to make
Never mind.
a wisdom save.
Yeah.
All right.
So you'll
So
roll
you
a
have
D20.
to roll a d20 and then add your wisdom right here on this.
Why do we need a wisdom save?
Because I'm casting
Because
a spell
people
on
are
you.
casting stuff.
I get a plus 5 wisdom.
Okay, so
Roll an
roll
at
it.
plus
14.
14. What were you casting?
5. Command.
Command. All right. And you're casting polymorph,
Yeah.
and that's also a wisdom save.
Yeah.
How much?
So that one was for the command.
Well,
go ahead and roll another one for the
I'll
polymorph.
send it.
5 plus 5, 10.
No.
Does he succeed yours?
No, I had a 7. He had a
Doesn't succeed. yours.
17.
What do you want to command him to do?
Stop.
You can see Chad as
As he's like about to swipe, that's when I'm like,
yeah. So you play your what is it? A lute?
it's a
band?
cittern.
Do we know it?
So you can see Chad
Zero
right
quit.
as you go to swipe at this guard. You pick up and go to swipe at him. Right as you can hear Chad stop and command you, and you just freeze up. What do you want to turn him into?
Wait, he's holding the beer.
Yeah. So
You see
What
this
is wrong
guard
for you?
scared, and he's like, ah!
Me, I'm like just trying to pet my dog or something like, come on, boy. I know
I
it's been a
don't know
while.
what happens with. I mean, the stuff that he's attached to, or the stuff that's attached to him.
Probably want to take that into consideration.
I mean,
I'm gonna grab Icer real quick.
I mean, you can
Alright,
turn him into like a cow.
Hey, cows are dangerous.
It's whatever you want to turn.
Not like a bear. Just a rat. Just get crushed by the barrel, and that's how he dies.
Camel.
Yo, camels are mean.
I'll turn him into a donkey. Like a mule, a little mule.
What an ass.
Yeah.
This is fucking lit.
Dude. Is he like an evil character? Like, what?
No, he's like Ace.
I hate people for a reason.
This guy's first card, he sees
Ben's like, all right,
happening.
we gotta be on the down low.
Ben's like, I hate people for a reason. If they don't take immediate action, fucking kill them.
I'll kill multitudes.
That is completely different. That is completely
Yeah,
different.
kill
Just give me
Theodore, kill everybody else. Hello.
Some dog.
Completely fucking different.
Nope.
Welcome to the table.
Hi.
It's my final moves. I don't know. I'm not too great, but
So, right as you pick up and he commands you to stop, you freeze up, and Benedict casts polymorph on you, and he turns you into a donkey.
okay.
But you are still technically still frozen for a moment because of the command spell.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
What area are we in right now? We're
Right at the
doors.
base of the steps in this plaza.
In the high class area.
You know, yeah, we're in
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
You got 2 guards on
Like
you
where
now.
kings would be.
Got 2 guards on me now. How can I assist in the mission? What if I took these guards away?
It's up to you to decide.
Would that help?
Not at all. You do you.
You do you. Yeah.
You're
literally.
your own person.
How about at this time, do I regain consciousness? Or I'm still
Yep.
frozen? Okay. I'm gonna sprint right through the doors into the city, and everyone's gonna come chasing. No, I guess.
Okay, you want
I'm
to take
just,
off?
I'm just gonna take off. I'm
Yep.
just gonna go.
Right as you polymorph it into a mule. And
Take
the-
out my
the-
dagger and cut the ropes of the
Okay.
barrels.
Yeah. Right as he goes to take off, you can see him as he turns into a mule. You're just watching. You 2 are just watching this happen.
I'd like to try to make a dex save or dex check to try to make those casts fall less hard on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and dexterity saving throw. But you can see Denver take off in this mule form, off into the plaza as he almost disappears around the corner. And you can see other guards around the area, and they all kind of like pick up and they go to chase after you. You hear their armor clanking as they chase after this mule.
I'm gonna do the thing like everybody's in front of me. I'll turn around and be like,
I'm gonna look at Benedict.
You can see a lot of
Before
what
they
people
start
are.
running, can I speak quick?
Sure.
You scared? Ho! You scared a pack mule pretty much. It may have been a brown bear, and now you have him running off. It's not something you need to go and attack. We'll go get him, but may you find a way maybe to help us carry this ale down to where we're going. You are the ones who brandished your weapon at our pack mule, per se.
You guys want to do anything?
I would like, that's also persuasion, if that's okay.
Okay.
I got a 21 on my dex
it's
check.
not.
And my persuasion is a 25.
All right. Yeah, you cut off this cask as you go to run away. You can feel them leave off of your back, and they start talking to the guards. But you're
I
running.
sprint even faster now.
Yeah, you're gone. So a couple of the guards actually freeze up and pause before going after you. You just disappear.
Disappear around the corner.
Yeah. Off into the city. Who knows what Denver's going to do? But he is a mule and he's running.
Until we meet again, boys.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Thank
And he,
you for
and he
having me.
rides off
This
into the
is
sun.
awesome. Should I keep these?
Yeah, you can keep him.
Study up a little bit? Alright, sounds good. But yeah, thanks you guys for having
Yeah.
me.
That was a good point to get off there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was perfect.
I just want to be like a not even a subplot, just be that guy like,
That guy.
who is that guy?
That was perfect.
The whole time distracting the whole story.
That was hilarious.
It's perfect. Thanks, boys. Have a good
Yeah,
night.
Yeah, you
Thanks
too,
for coming,
man.
Eric. Good to see you, Doug.
Nice meeting ya.
Good to see ya.
Yep. See ya.
Hey, no bark. No bark.
What's that one's name? Willow?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Not as good as Winnie.
Stupid.
But
I'm gonna like whisper over to Benedict. Did you turn him into an ass?
I'll be like, I don't know what
I
you
figured
guys
that was
were.
a safer option than a bear, and I didn't want to do like a cat, when he had a couple 100 pounds of.
That's fair. That's fair.
I will say this assumption of this man being scary is a complete oversight of the fact of how much he's of a wild card. This is. Maybe this was a slight miscalculation.
But hey, we got 2 kegs.
But at what cost?
Yeah, the guards that are now not at ease, but still obviously distraught from whatever just happened. Looking around, you can see the citizens kind of whispering and pointing over towards your direction. Inside, it doesn't seem like the people at this display of this image have taken akin to anything that's happening outside, but...
If they're stuttering, I want to say something. If they're taking a second.
what do you say?
This is Chad Lomule. I'd expect you to draw us a carriage or something when you scared away our pack
Like
mule.
proper myself up.
Where do
Just
you
like,
think we came from? Were we going into the high-class district
and
or
I'll
were we
also
coming
stand
out of
up.
the high-class district?
Well, Lomo or not, you're disturbing the peace.
You're the one who brandished your weapons at a fucking pack mule
May I also
and
say
made
again,
it an action.
I am here to keep that piece together, but when you brandish your weapons at a mere animal, what would you expect would happen?
So who
there,
really
sir?
is
you
disturbing
think
the
I
peace
would
here?
bring something into the city that
All
would
right.
purposely
You can see them kind of like picking up their weapons.
And I'll just go back though.
I strongly suggest you leave. You can
I
see the other
strongly
guy.
suggest you get us a carriage.
I concur.
This will be brought up with my father.
You can see him kind of like stand up straight a little bit more.
Have you ever mentioned anything about your father?
A little bit.
I'm sorry, folks. Everything back to normal. Back to normal. Carry on. Carry on. Now that your beast is gone, please be on your way.
Well, here's the issue, sir. We don't have a way of carrying these kegs now.
You can carry them by hand.
Oh, can we?
This is no place to
Everything
have
is
a-
not back to normal. Everybody, are you hearing this? They brandished their firearm or their weapons and scared away.
No.
Scared away our animal carrying our goods, and now are telling us to leave.
You brought
Could
the
you
beast.
imagine?
You brought the beast.
The
Yes, we were in the
well-tamed
high-class district with our luggage, and you brandished your weapon at someone coming out of the
Since-
high-class district.
Quiet your
Since when is a mule?
They
a
brandished
Quiet
their
your
weapons
voice.
at our mule. Our mule.
Oh no, like Lena smiling. You guys haven't guarded much, have you?
Please leave.
Wasn't very aggressive.
All we want is for even a cart that we could put the kegs on.
We do not have a cart.
Well, it looks like you
I
got extra
suggest you
personnel
find a
if you can
cart.
brandish your weapons at a fucking bear. Might as well have some
Mule.
people help us carry
How
stuff.
far
Mule.
would it be to the market?
We have no recollection of this bear.
20-minute walk.
Goodness.
I ain't fucking walking
So-
20 minutes with these. You either get some people to help,
Obviously.
or you go get us a
I'm
carriage.
gonna talk to the guard that's like really.
I will okay,
Ignore them.
I'm gonna just
This
say
place, clearly,
I'm gonna pick them
nothing
up.
really ever happens.
I'm gonna pick up the barrel.
I see your blade. It's never seen an attack. Thing is pristine.
I'm gonna laugh.
You don't need 2 guards. I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying you don't need 2 guards here. Would one of you be willing to help us? We're just trying to get the kegs down to get sold. That's it. Then you can come
I'm
back
not
to your
paid
post.
to be your transport.
So you're paid to scare off our transport.
I am
That's
paid
how
to
it
keep
is.
the peace.
That's
just
exactly
created
what
a
you're
panic.
not doing.
You bringing your casks into this plaza, disturbing the peace, it is your responsibility to remove those casks. And
Or
it
else
is my
what?
responsibility to make sure that you do so.
As far as I
Check to
know,
pick them up.
we had
Do you want
This
to?
guard's
Yeah.
fucking
We had-
retarded.
At this point, I'm
with the
just
guard you're picking up.
No,
Oh.
the kegs of beer. Because at this point, like again, I'm just I'm not gonna draw that attention, and
Yeah.
I was supposed to guard.
We,
you
Give me
know.
a strength. You can easily pick one of them
Can I
up.
cast on this?
Give me a
I'll
strength
do.
check to pick 2 of them.
We had
It's not going to be terrible.
perfect peace.
Natural
It's
20.
already fucking.
Yeah. You walk over,
Hard.
one hand the other one. Kaladin's just standing there with both the casks.
Be like, well, problem solved.
for his name.
Huh?
Ask for his name.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Garius.
Okay.
Last name.
Garius the Lamus.
As your friend here has so kindly done, he has picked up your casks.
It's very heavy, by the way.
Yeah. Imagine that, a member of our party solving a problem you guys couldn't. That you caused. Thank you. For nothing.
You can
Garius.
you can see him kind of peer inside. Nobody seems to have noticed the ruckus yet, but he just kind of picks up, looks over past you guys.
Now we don't exist! I'm waving my quarterstaff in front of his face.
You can see his eye twitching.
Woo!
Alright, Benedict, let's just get out of here.
Alright,
I would've
I bring
figured
my staff
we'd have
down
more
onto his foot and then start walking away with it.
I figured we'd have more professional guards here at the Capitol, but, you know, I
Me
guess since
too.
I've left, quality of things around here has gone down.
If these gods even saw a quarter of the things I saw, I don't know if they really guarded anything in their life. They're more like gatekeepers.
Because we're right outside the higher place, do I see like a
These guys just
messenger or
trying
a
to
hireling or
work.
something like that?
Say again.
A messenger or hireling that might be waiting for someone to give them a message, like because it's a high class, and the high class would need people to go send messages.
like a
You
Hermes?
know that could be done at the messenger's outpost, right near the gate, to exit
Right
the
next to where
plaza.
we are.
It's a good 5-10 minute walk.
I know where they're going.
By the way, you also know that your father's quarters are in the same building that you just left. His work quarters.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't say it was somebody's.
I need to go send a message quick. I'll meet you guys. You guys got a little bit longer with 2 casts. I need to go send a message, and I'll meet you guys there.
You sure you don't want
You
to
go
help me
into
carry
blank,
one of
blank, blank.
the cast?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll meet you at blank, blank, blank. I'm gonna head off to go get my message.
Where is blank blank blank?
Yeah,
The place that we both know is the place to sell ale.
yeah, what?
What
Like the-
place is that?
You know,
Shane?
it could be actually quite a few places. Marrow Bluff Ale is
what is
very
the
pristine.
What was
so,
the big brewery? Or not the brewery, but the bar inn?
the Broken Boar.
Yeah.
That is in Hyman's Landing. That's more of like a low town.
Okay.
I want the high
You
town.
could go to the bazaar, easily find somebody.
I want a high town, high class area.
Okay. Yeah, you know of there is a inside of kind of the same building towards the messenger's post. There is a not a bar, but almost like a coffee shop that people can just swing by and quickly pick up a couple drinks here and there, like martinis, things of that sort, where you could maybe
That
you
is-
know,
sauce it off
Fogs
there.
Field.
I don't think
dirt
that is
beer.
the place to sell the ale.
Basically, I'm looking for something where I know they sell their drinks high and it's a fine establishment and they'll pay for good goods.
that could be it.
That okay with you?
We can try there first. It's on the way.
Yeah.
And
Honestly, you both of you guys know, since it's Marrow Bluff Ale, you could sell this really anywhere.
Yeah, but I'm trying to fucking squeeze these fuckers straight. It's 5,000 at the place. We transported this a long ways.
It
You,
it ain't
you-
we didn't.
5,000
to be
anymore.
fair, you
We
guys
didn't.
have
Yes,
never
we did.
particularly sold alcohol to a vendor, so
blinked
you
and all
don't
of a sudden
know.
we're-
They told us it's 5,000. That's in my notes. That's when merchants pick it up from them.
That's what you know.
What? Yeah, when merchants
Yeah,
pick
that's
it up
what I was
from
saying.
there.
That's just what we know. You know,
So you want to make your way to the
they could have
messenger's
just
post.
bullshitted.
As the three of you, Caladan
Fucking
holding these
2 weird
casks,
people at a mountain.
walking through the plaza, going to try and find some place to sell these casks because they're heavy and you want to get them off your hands.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to take our break.
all right.
We'll be right back.
I thought I was gonna die there for a bit.
But as you approach this
Close.
this shop, he kind of just gives you a nod.
Ace was the one doing the talking.
So I put the shares down on the table and was like,
You're gonna say put the shit.
if you look at this, I think you might be able to figure out what is behind us, and we're looking to find a fine retailer to sell certain things.
Marrow Bluff Ale, eh?
Marrow Bluff Ale.
Serious
Two
office
casks.
only, please.
Well, it's a little spendy for our tastes. Might be able to take one off your hand. What are you looking for?
Oh, well, I think we're looking for 7,500 again.
Gives another glass to another person.
7,500.
75? Can we get 75? For what? Marrow Bluff. Yeah, we can scrounge that up. Kind of somebody rustling in the back. He kind of like goes. People are leaning in between you to just toss coin, grab glasses as he's just tossing them. Here it is, with a pouch. Feel free to count it. There you go.
Since we're only selling him one, right?
Yep.
I'll be like, honestly, you seem like a pretty fair person to deal with. Would you? I guess I don't really know, but what is the honest going rate of something as fine as quality as Maribel Ale around here?
You get this for 7,500 either way.
Yeah, well, we can easily sell a mug for 20 gold.
How many per keg?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Till it's empty.
Fair enough. Well, takes half of the burden from my hands, so is the money there? Who's counting?
Can I insight check this guy?
Sure.
So the truth.
11.
I mean, he's busy at work, but
He doesn't seem like he'd be scamming us.
You sold one barrel for
seems like a normal conversation. Yeah.
Instantly.
Well, I say, I mean, it looks like a sack of coins.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want it?
Just throw it up on the counter here.
Throw it up on the counter.
You know anywhere else around here? I don't want to give it to a competitor or something. You know where else you'd want us to sell
Oh, yeah. I'll go down to the Broken Bar. A couple other drink shops that just popped up like not a week ago down the hallway to the left.
this? Sounds like a plan. Thanks. What was the name, sir?
Bez.
Bez. Nice doing business with you, Bez.
Hold on.
All the drink. 5 silver. 5 silver.
This might take a little bit.
Do you want to write down 7,500 gold?
No.
So
we have his-
we have his
question
name,
since
so we
he
can
seems
say
like an
like,
honest
yeah,
guy.
so and so sent us. Says you might be interested in buying.
Who was the broker that Theobar told me that owes him a debt?
1875 apiece.
Thor. I got what?
Gold.
Thorius?
7,500
Forvis.
divided by 4.
Was it?
4 Vis.
He has a lot more gold. He needs a shop.
I will ask
So-
him. I'll be
share.
like, and since
So,
you seem like a pretty
I say
fair person to maybe ask a
Yes.
question
What?
to, do you by chance
we already
of
know
a
he's going to
broker?
split it.
Forges?
We can talk about splitting it later.
Fjorvis.
Sure.
That's just the.
Cats are so much
Beneath.
Sorry.
I know. I love cats.
Beneath you?
Yep. Have any of you been around here? You newcomers to the capital?
No,
No.
Here my whole life. Would I know this?
A cat walk around
What?
the tavern.
What he's talking about?
Fjorvis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard that he might be below the Whitecap Bazaar.
That's it. Okay.
Well, thank you for the information,
Yep.
and we hope you enjoy that barrel of Marrow Bluff Ale.
Yeah, you can see a bugbear come from the back and grabs the cask. Goes to walk back. Disappears behind the view. 5 silver for a drink. Anyone?
Want to head on out to the other place?
Sure.
No,
You guys have any specialty ale here at your establishment? See, we've been to Fogsfield and they had some dirt beer or whatever they called it. Do you have anything that you guys?
Yeah, take a sample. He slides 4 like shot glass little mini mugs. Go ahead and try it.
I take it, swig it around, and then swallow it.
Yeah. It's pretty thick because it's there's vegetables that are like ground up in it.
Yep.
But it is kind of refreshing. It's like almost like a juice. But I mean, you've had like try to be healthy drinks, but this is actually pretty refreshing. 5 silver if you want a whole glass.
No, we got a big day up ahead. I'm gonna
I
have to.
fear if we keep drinking, we may not get accomplished what we're looking to get accomplished. But it is a very fine drink. Thank you for the.
I think we'll have to come on back, Bez.
Hey, thanks for the cask.
Anytime. We still have one. Make another sale.
A little too much.
All right.
Little too much.
That's all right.
I'll take the shares just to make sure that's clear, and I'll hand them back to Kaladin.
And then
I'll take my shares and hand them back to Kaladin.
I will mention though, like as we're walking out, if we're clear of any like ears, can I see? Do I notice anybody watching us?
Give me a perception check.
Would I have gotten anything off of that when I rolled the 26 earlier?
15.
Yes. You naturally, and you would know, it wouldn't be atypical for people, to just like glance at you as you're walking by. You definitely were out of place up in the Helkian Plaza, but down here, so much packed people. What you're wearing, what you look like, you kind of just blend in because there's just a plethora of different characters here. But watching around for anything abnormal, you don't see any shady figures following you or keeping a close eye.
Do I see any people who look like nobles, which I have a natural disdain for, walking down in this area?
Way up the trail that you just came
Right.
from, you can see a couple of them walking
If
up.
we walk by any, can you please let me know?
Yeah. But naturally, you're making your way through the bazaar. You're almost right in the middle of it now, and huge ships in the small canals. Can't really fit the huge ships, but there's people that can row past you a little bit faster than you. At times, you wind past a shop that borders almost this small canal that goes under an archway that disappears off a curve, and you can see someone in almost somewhat of a gondola with goods that seem to have a net almost stretched over to tie it down to the boat as he's pushing. Goes past you. You curve around, making your way through. You're getting closer. You're heading towards Hyman's Landing. But now that you get out of this more like a tenty area where there's less permanent shops, you can see the buildings themselves grow a little bit larger. There's almost a little bit more well-made stone of these buildings with sharp edges, but they're every which way. You can see them at a diagonal. You can see circular shops that almost look like a silo with windows atop. And stairs that stretch up and through. And you're now getting into the more expensive shops, more permanent shops. And as you get onto the main straight, something that catches your eye, you two would both know of this place. You see a stroke of luck. You know this is one of the more prominent magic shops. They sell magic items, they do enchantments, they do everything that has to do with the arcane. You can see a symbol with on a blue flag that stretches out from the top. The windows of it seem to be slatted with bricks. The whole building itself is almost like a silver sheen with these black bricks that border the windows and the doors and the borderings of the building. It looks like a nice building. You can see a couple people walk out. One guy in almost a maroon robe with almost looks like a rug with gold knots at the end as he kind of walks out, holding like what looks like a staff that twirls up, holding almost like a crystal ball as he kind of walks out. He's smiling at it.
Benedict's rock hard. His rocks are hard.
Yeah, getting closer now as you're about to walk past it. You can see through what small windows there are on the outside. Different almost cages that are holding large gemstones and different smaller almost glass baubles hanging from strings that have a rainbow almost effect of like pebble-sized different gemstones. You can see wands hanging on shelves, scrolls on the right window. Up top you can see different clothing and a giant shining piece of blue, almost cobalt iron armor in the top left window.
Should look pretty.
Well, I think there's somewhere. What time of day is it?
Probably about 1 in the afternoon.
I think we might as well get rid of that cask and then maybe come on back here. This place might be something that'd be good for us to look
I'm
into.
gonna look in my haversack. I'll be like barrel in one arm, and I'll be like, well, yeah, I'm pretty much out of holy water, and I need parchments and paper too. So there's a couple things I could definitely buy.
Looking at your haversack, might have to stretch it a little bit, but you might be able to fit the cask in there.
But I know that if I attempt to fit something large or sharp, that I could potentially puncture the haversack, and then it's just like. But yeah, I'll stuff
How
it
far
in
is that one place?
You want
How far is that one place that the guy said we should go try away from here?
Maybe a block.
Let's just go try to get rid of this and pop on
You'll
back.
see me
We
like
can't sell it there.
you'll see me like basketballing
We'll
on the
try.
top of the keg or trying to like while I'm gonna like stuff it in this.
Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of like shops, everything around here. You can easily go sell the cask if you want to do another 7,500.
No, he agreed way too easily.
How much is
What
it?
are you looking
What's
for?
the? How many gallons? Is it like a 50-gallon barrel?
Yeah.
And you're
So
just
let's
like,
say it's, so let's say
He's a
do
big
some
guy.
math here, right? Yeah, let's say a pint is 20 gold. He said he could sell.
what would I know any?
400 pints.
Having been in the city as long as I am,
That's 8,000 gold if they're 20 gold a pop.
That's just
Alright,
math.
so
How many
7,500.
pints are in a gallon?
400 pints are in 50 gallons.
So 75 is fair.
That's a fair-ish. That's a fair price.
That could be what they sell it at a lower end establishment. Why was somebody
But yeah,
at such
people
a
are
high
rich up here.
establishment going like 4,900?
Cause how do you think they? Yeah,
I'm
that's
fine
how
with
rich
enough.
people are.
I'm fine with another 75.
I am too.
Yeah, we'll
If you want to get a little more, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I got this.
We did the math.
No.
Trust me.
Can we do?
Somebody's got
Can
to.
we
Johnny.
both talk?
I mean, Chad.
And
Sure. So both of
What?
you can roll persuasion, or one person can do
So
it.
how much
Okay,
is
we
one
can both
platinum?
roll one,
100
Johnny.
gold?
Okay, I'll roll one either, but I want to know
Yeah.
what your plus
No,
is
10.
in your persuasion.
Yep, 100.
That's a lot.
12.
How much is one platinum?
I got a
Ben?
plus 10.
You know? Ben.
Huh?
How much is one platinum?
10 gold.
10 gold.
23.
23.
Fuck! 22!
Let's go.
You can get 7,700.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you add? Can you?
We're walking.
Are you gonna spread out the gold, or do you want me to tell how much gold you have, and you want me to spread it out?
What do you mean? We got 7,500 plus what?
We got
77.
15,200.
Yeah.
Yeah, but plus all your shit. You've been keeping all the
Oh.
gold lately.
All
I
I,
wanna
have
s-
is 217 platinum. I've showed you
That's
everything.
2,000 gold.
217 platinum tokens and then 250 shares.
How,
Worth
Do you have any
20,000.
party gold? Is what I'm asking.
217 platinum.
I know. Do you have any party gold?
What do you mean?
Do you have like 500 gold too?
No.
So you have
No,
no
I
gold.
blew it all and I bought.
So we have 7,500 for the
Your
one
armor, right?
thing. We have 217 platinum, which is 2,170 gold.
2,170.
And then we have how much did we get for the last one?
77.
The ale is
So we have,
15,200.
Almost 18,000.
So
Bro, just do the monster math, man.
I have my calculator. right
17,
here.
2, 17, 3, 17.
Everyone gets 4,342 gold and 5 silver.
This is we shit.
Where the fuck
Fucking
is gold
excuse
even kept in here?
So that's just from raw money. Otherwise, we still have the 250 shares, which is supposedly, again, 20,000 gold. But that's it. That's all I got.
So 4,342 gold and 5 silver.
and we have a
Sorry.
glass eye.
I need to write this down.
Ben, how much?
You got one glass
I'd
eye.
like my quarter of the glass eye, please.
4,342 gold
That's a spell component.
and
by the way.
5 silver.
That's what I figured.
Oh,
I had
nice.
the
It's a good
rod
thing
of
I already
hammer.
have gold erased since I don't have any.
4,342.
Wait, what's that total now?
That's mine.
4,342.
What was the other one?
Oh, so everybody else gives their shit away. And
4,342 gold. You weren't supposed to say anything, Josh.
You talking
You-
about?
Oh, 50 silver, sorry.
this fucking guy. Do you have any party gold, Ben?
I have no gold.
Yeah.
I have 4,342 gold.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
There's the currency.
Zone of truth, your ass.
But after you sell that cask, what would you like to do?
Want to go
I
check that
want to
magic
go
shop out.
buy shit. Holy water.
We should
Wherever
go back and
there's,
get more cash.
wherever it looks like there's, you know, like a.
How often
spell
can you use
component shop
teleport?
would be-
Probably a
I
stroke.
need to go to bed, and then I can.
You don't know. You're just following them.
After a long rest.
Which
One
you
spell
have
slot.
been. You two have been to the store.
If we do it
before.
every day for a year.
They have
it's a
everything. They have your
permanent
spell
spell.
components. They have
So if we
magic
do
items.
something
So,
sneaky
Do we have
every
to go
day
through
for
all
a
the
year,
spell
we can
components,
set
or
it
can we
up
do that
and then
outside
True.
of?
It's up to you.
And then like you just be like, yeah,
Let
this is
that
the
marinate.
price, and then we just deduct that.
Yeah, sure.
Because I feel like being like, oh, because I don't want to figure it all out right now.
Yeah.
What?
I don't want to
Figure it
have to
out,
figure
Johnny.
out like spell components that I need. We just do that outside of role playing.
Yeah.
But we can go look at other items.
Yeah. But you can step into a stroke of luck. You can see there's almost a lucky charm symbol on this blue, almost flag out front. but as you step in, you can see the interior is lit with almost different orange or amber colored crystals that are like floating on these pillars. You can see it's a pretty much open concept, but there's like 3 floors, which is weird because the building didn't look that big from the outside. But
It's bigger on the inside.
yeah. You can see on different, on the
Is it
base
blue?
floor, there's a spot for spell scrolls. There's a spot for different robes. You can see them on almost like a clothesline. Deeper in, you can see armor that goes in the back and stretches up all 3 stories. Different kinds of chainmail and leather, weapons on the back right. And some of the stuff, but not all of it, is almost locked up in these glass cases that have gold, almost metal, encasing the glass case. What would you guys like to look for?
A weapon.
I'm foaming at the mouth.
I'm kind of thinking like some sort of.
So, for the spell components, I think we'll just say a price. You guys can get however much you want. We can work that out after. But like for the big purchase things, like Revivify spell, that's going to be like 1,000 gold diamond.
Yeah.
But we can work that out after. But you can get all of that here. You can see there's a spot where they have different almost sacks hanging from the ceiling with different almost dried leaves, almost like a shale type stone in almost like this glass jar that people can scoop it out. It's like a candy store, but for arcane items. But if you guys would like to look for magic items, the two of you, Ace and Chad, know when you were at, I forgot the name, but it was the dwarf with the forge in Gemdrill, and you saw that nice armor. That is here 100-fold. Okay. So if you guys want to do a little shopping, we'll do a little rolling.
I would like to find a very nice longsword or equivalent.
Okay.
That would be
Not like a
some.
sick fucking instrument.
So everybody go ahead
I already
and
have
roll
one.
a D100.
What about a legendary one?
It's.
Ultra mega
Like I'm already
legendary.
attuned to D100. Jesus.
And I would ask, what are you guys looking for? Big purchase items? Medium purchase items?
I'm
Big.
Big?
But
Alright.
only in a sense of
counting
either
size.
no, a shield or a mace for me.
Okay.
Otherwise, armor.
Yeah. For me, I'm not necessarily. It doesn't have to be a longsword. I'm just like, what am I even proficient in?
I would almost say more or less.
Longswords, rapiers.
Alright, everybody go ahead and roll a D100.
55.
Oh, I don't have a D100.
You die.
No.
You roll it. You have two
D10
D10s.
slice.
There's one that says like
Little bit.
10, 20, 30.
Oh,
So, 0 on a D10 is a 10, right?
Isn't this also a D10?
55. Big?
this is a D100.
No, it's not.
It's
On a scale of 1
it's
to 5.
a D10, but
5
you roll
being
this one, and
fucking
then you have another
100,000
one.
gold
You
shit.
roll.
Okay.
So this would be
price
like,
wise,
let's say you roll a 10, and then you roll a 5 on that.
I could
it'd be
spend a
15.
G or two on like a
Okay.
goaded item. Or
Alright, at 55,
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay.
you make your way over to the potion section. You can see there is labels on them, actually, and they tell you exactly what they are. You can find a potion of heroism, a potion of stone giant strength, and a potion of invulnerability. Anybody else want to roll?
84.
0, what is that on the D10? Is that a 10 or
That's a
It's a 10.
10.
Okay, so 80.
80. Scale of 1 to 5. 5 being very, very rich items.
3.5.
3.5. And what did you roll?
80.
80. You find Qual's feather token
Ooh.
and a scroll of protection.
What is that?
How much are
token
those
do?
items?
I would have to find them here.
What does the token do?
You could just look it up if you want.
Guy's just asking for help over
What'd you
here.
roll?
84.
84. Big
Fuck
big
you.
purchase? Big.
4.
Okay. 84. You find a spell scroll with an 8th level spell on it.
What was that token again? Sorry.
That was Qualls Feather Token. Quaals Feather Token. Ace, you looking for anything?
I don't know, like, how much is like a 3 or how much is a 4 roughly?
500 to 5,000 gold.
There's a 4?
3.
There's a 3? How much is a 4?
5,000 to 50,000 gold.
$3.5.
3.5, and what'd you roll?
81.
81.
So a little bit better than Johnny, of course.
You guys are rolling all the same things. You want to roll again? You're in like the same range. I think all of you rolled like an 80.
36.
36.
39, sorry, 39.
39. Okay. You find a spell scroll of 6th level and a spell scroll of 7th level.
So, which
I'm trying to roll
kind is
that.
it?
How much is the invulnerability potion?
Vulnerability. Potion of invulnerability. Did you find it on the thing?
Yeah,
Or does it say the rarity?
It is rare.
That would be 1,000 gold.
Dream on.
He said dream on.
62.
62.
They should call that shit the potion of fucking resistance, actually.
Potion of mind reading.
This is the dumbest thing ever.
So, Caladan, you find a potion of an 8th, or a spell scroll of an 8th level, Dominate Monster. Ace, you find a 6th level spell scroll of Disintegrate, and a 7th level spell scroll of Reverse Gravity.
That's sick.
Reverse gravity.
I'm gonna put this potion down and look around and see if I can see spells.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
here's the issue, Shade.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. So which one do you want it to be?
They're all there. Whatever one you want.
Would the prices be what it says?
You'd have to tell me the rarity of it.
It doesn't really say.
That mind reading potion was also rare, so that would be 1,000.
That one was 500.
Okay.
How much was mine? Dominate beast or whatever.
Whoa.
Um.
You know the bear already left, right?
I always come back. Find that ass running around.
It's
only cool.
You probably shipped it back by now.
That's pretty. I mean, that's okay.
Ooh, I want that one.
Not our problem anymore. For now.
Flat wisdom save.
There's
to be
one where I could just
controlled and
spawn a
commanded
tree.
For an hour, and infinity
An hour.
There's one of
You have
these
a
where I could just
telepathic link.
spawn a tree. And you'd be like, tree.
That is going to be 3,000 gold.
Yeah. So the thing about that scroll is it does anything you want it to do, but it can only fulfill that one very task. So let's say it's a fucking dragon, or it's got to do a wisdom save though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what dragons are fucking packing. Wisdom.
You find a 6th level spell scroll of Move Earth.
Sounds like a good way
So
to
that one
search
was
for some
3,000?
rocks.
Yes.
So with these,
You also find Devotee's Censer. This is a flail. So it's a bar with a chain hanging down and a circular ball. This rounded head of the flail is perforated with tiny holes arranged in symbols and patterns. The flail counts as a holy symbol for you. When you hit an attack using this magic flail, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. As a bonus action, you can speak the command word to cause the flail to emanate a thin cloud of essence out to 10 feet for 1 minute. At the start of each of your turns, you and any other creatures in the incense each regain 1d4 hit points.
Yeah, that shit don't sound cheap.
That is going
Can't
to
even
run
use these
you
spells.
700 gold.
Can I look for something else too? Because spell scrolls,
You have
if
a
they're
card
high
for-
level,
what's it
higher
called?
level than I can cast. I don't know how it is.
You have to make a check.
I'm never gonna make that check. They're worthless. They're absolutely worthless.
That's why I kind of was like,
All right. Anything else you're looking for?
I'm looking for
Oh,
3 different types of things. One is weapons,
Okay.
some sort of dagger of something, like something that could be more helpful in being I throw. I also am looking for enchantments such as returning, luck, or something like that for weapons. Then I'm also looking for any equipment, like Ace always does, that'll make me an unhittable beast.
you're just fucking around. What do you mean?
Okay.
I don't get it.
You said you were looking for a sword,
yeah.
Chad. You find
Hey
a
Benedict, do you want to come check out these
Rapier
scrolls?
or longsword?
Sure.
you
Put down
find
this one and come on
a
over.
longsword
What did you
Okay.
find?
with a
A 6th
red
level
blade.
disintegrate.
This is in a
A
case.
7th level reverse gravity.
It
The
looks
reverse
like that.
gravity just sounds so fucking fun.
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
that.
that.
This
like,
is called
honestly,
the
that sounds
Vorpal
kinda useful,
sword.
too.
Vorpal sword?
You gain a
Oh,
plus
it's
3
100 feet
bonus to
up?
attack and damage rolls.
Just think of like Terraria.
Okay.
Fucking
And it
backwards.
ignores resistance to slashing damage. When you attack a creature that has at least one head with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, you cut off one of the creature's heads. This creature dies. It can't survive without its lost head. A creature that is immune to the effect is immune to slashing damage, doesn't have or need a head, has legendary actions, or the DM decides that the creature is too big for the head, will be cut off with his weapon. Such a creature's head instead takes an extra 6d8 slashing damage from it.
And how much is that?
That's going to run you 50k.
Oh,
I mean, the plus 3 on attack should already.
I'm also looking for beads of force.
Shit, what was the
Can you
weapon?
find-
What was the weapon
How
you
much did
said?
those
The
go for?
flail?
The flail?
Shane's like, I found you a
And then is
flail.
that one or two-handed?
One-handed. The flail is going to run you 500 gold.
Well, what is it though? Like, what's the name of it?
It is Devotee's Censer. D-E-V-O-T-E-E. Censer.
Scrotum?
You said Beads of Power.
Beads of force.
Beads of Force. Beads of
That would be
Force.
kind of sick.
You know,
Yeah,
these
'cause it's a
feathers are
holy
cool,
item.
but you can only use them once.
Beads of force you can too.
What is it?
Beads of force.
Yeah.
Dude, one extra
Yep, you
1d8
find
radiant
the beads.
is kind of crazy too.
is.
But it's
They're going to
also
run you
holy.
600 gold.
What's
Per?
wrong with that?
That's good. It
Oh,
acts as a holy symbol for me.
Oh, there you go.
You roll 1d4.
So essentially, if I have to
Plus
use something that
something,
plus
requires
4.
a holy symbol,
And it's 600 gold.
Yep.
there's a good.
I have the power.
Okay, I'm gonna roll right now.
Yep.
2. So that's 6
Six
beads of
beads
force
of
for
force.
600 gold.
Yep. Kaladin, you also find animated shield, an almost blue kind of spectral looking shield, and it's floating in a case.
I actually know exactly what it does.
That's going to run you 5,100 gold. While holding the shield, you can speak its command word as a bonus action to cause it to animate. The shield leaps into the air and hovers in your space to protect you as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free. The shield remains animated for 1 minute until you use a bonus action to end the effect.
What does that increase your AC by?
Whatever a shield does, it's either 1 or 2.
Okay. Am I around Kaladin looking at the shield?
Yeah, you guys are passing by each other just in awe looking at all of this stuff.
See that? Look at that.
So I saw this sword,
Fucking tits McGee.
and I'm not going to be able to get it. They wanted 50 grand. and there's no amount of talking is gonna bring it down to my.
Just ask your dad.
Yeah. I don't know if I should say the last name, but you know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I see you eyeing that shield, and if it's something you really want, I can front you some money.
Well, okay, so
That includes
what do we do? Shares. We talked about what we're doing shares.
I mean,
We
we
just-
could
we kinda
just
holding on to those?
split them as the papers, and then if you want to cash them in,
That's another
you can-
5,000 gold split.
Yeah, but it's whenever you cash them in. So
That's what I mean.
So
So,
like
I
it could
mean,
be.
just
So we're
split
just
'em
keeping them, right?
however-
We're not going to use them to barter?
I mean, I guess you.
Because they could be way more like the ale. That
Yeah.
ale was a flat, 25%? I don't know what it, but, you know, that could be another 30 grand.
You also find 3 vials that seem to be filled with dust. There's a dust of disappearance,
Oh, gaseous cloud.
a dust of dryness, and a dust of sneezing and choking. Each of them for 150.
I'll look up from reading this
Oh, yeah.
disintegrate spell.
I'd buy
How much
the
for
shield, I guess.
this
I have.
Do you
disintegrate
also want that
scroll?
mace?
What were the feathers you found, Johnny?
They're Quall's feathers.
How do you
Disintegrate.
spell that?
Let me look it up.
And can I use that if I
that's
learn
part-
it and put it into my spellbook? As level six?
QUAA.
If you have access to level 6 spells.
Okay, okay.
How much do you say
that
they were?
is going to
Didn't
run
say.
you
Depends on the feather. I get to pick which one it is.
3,500 gold.
The only one that looked
Okay.
cool is a whip, Would you
what
summon like a
about
creature?
That,
but it's a one-time use and it lasts an
move
hour.
Earth.
Move Earth.
Or there's one where you can just have a boat.
The same price.
Is there a?
Or if you'd like to bundle them together, 6,000.
Okay,
Would there
I'll
be
keep that in
like
mind.
a long sword? 1,500 gold or so.
Or,
Not 50 grand.
or a mace.
Yes.
Well, yours was 700, right?
I'm saying two-hand, I have great weapon fighting.
Oh,
Yes.
So you want like a maul,
But like Endgame Conqueror, like shield.
but the shield is like spectral.
I
It's
actually,
dope.
that was the shield. I've thought about it for a while. It's a pretty cool shield.
You do find a mall,
It's a
but
100,000.
before even looking at the price, you know that this one is going to be very spendy. But naturally, you see the hammer of thunderbolts,
Yeah.
and your jaw drops.
Yeah.
The bulk of the mace head looks like 2 dwarven faces grimacing. It almost has an electrical energy to it. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls,
I can see your glasses.
and you must be wearing the belt of giant strength and the gauntlets of ogre power to attune to this weapon. And you essentially can throw it and cause lightning bolts to come striking down at your enemies before it flies back to your hand.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, thanks for that.
What's the price on that?
Well, I'm poor, so.
Just out of curiosity.
That one's going to run you 70k.
Yeah, that's only one of the objects required.
Yeah,
to
and the
use
belt
it.
for that is crazy. That the belt of giant strength or giant's strength, or yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
How much is a? Did you find anything else for me, by the way?
That gives you 29 strength.
Those
Yeah,
dust
20 strength.
bottles.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a permanent.
If you want to take
elixir
a
of
peek
giants,
over at the
essentially.
robes, I'll get you
Is
one
that
in a
27?
second.
I hear you say
But either way,
robes.
like-
I thought it
I'm
was
gonna
just
set
9
these
added on
scrolls
here.
down.
No, I
and,
think it goes to. I think it's
lock eyes with
it might be
Ace and
9
follow him
up
over
to
there.
27.
Because I still got my beat up.
That's still
All
crazy.
right.
Which means
rock.
you could get your strength
Both
to
of you
80
immediately
crazy.
see
and not
one
have
that
to put your
almost
ability
looks
points in there.
like this. And this is the Mantle of Spell Resistance. Very easy description. You have advantage on saving throws against spells while you wear this cloak.
How much was that?
Oh, that particular piece right there, looking at the tags, you can see that one is 700 gold.
Does it require attunement?
Yes.
What's the AC on it, or is it just a cloak that goes over your armor?
Under or over.
And it's
Caladan.
resistant to all spells?
It's all spells.
You have advantage on saving throws against spells while you wear this cloak. Caladan,
Advantage on saving
you find
and resistance.
the Mace of Smiting.
And even the advantage.
This one
The
is going to
advantage
run
on
you
saving throws.
2,000 gold. You gain a +1,
700 gold each.
and the bonus increases to +3 when you
Advantage on
attack a
saving
construct.
throws.
When you roll a 20 on an attack roll made with this weapon, the target takes an extra 7 bludgeoning damage, or an extra 14 bludgeoning damage if it's a construct. If a construct has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage, it is destroyed.
Would a construct be like those automatons?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for affordable stuff.
Still looking for a sword?
Yeah.
It also has a mastery property.
Would I have any idea what's in my father's house?
I want to take some shit.
Borrow.
You can find a couple robes for 6,000 gold, if you care. You can find the Robe of Stars. You can see that all around this robe there are stars, and they're actually slowly moving on the robe and around your neck. You can see 6 stars located on the upper front portion, are particularly large. When wearing this robe, you can use an action to pull off one of the stars and use it to cast Magic Missile at 5th level. Daily at dusk, 1d6 stars reappear on the robe.
That's pretty dope.
Damn.
You could test it on me because I'm immune to magic missile.
Yeah,
That is sick.
it is.
That's fucking sick.
I'm immune to magic missile.
Oh, it's wondrous. Very rare. Very precious.
Yeah, as soon as he said the damage on that sword, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to afford this.
I knew the weapon name, the Vorpal Blade.
Yeah. Is that in WoW?
No, I just heard about it before from other streams.
You do find a somewhat affordable sword for 2,000 gold.
Okay, that's reasonable.
This is the Sword of Life Stealing. When you attack a creature with this magic weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, the target takes an extra 10 necrotic damage. If it isn't a construct or undead, you also gain 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh, does it have any other... Is that the only... Like a plus to hit or anything like that?
That is it.
Okay. We'll keep that in the back burner. What is that sword called?
The Sword of Life Stealing.
Life Steal. I like that, I like that. Kaladin, what are you thinking? So is that shield just like...
Is this mace two-handed? Or any of those two-handed?
The Thunderbolt one is.
Wasn't it with great weapon fighting, if you have it one-handed, it's better? I don't know how that works. Like if you use a two-handed, you can use a two-handed weapon as a one-hand, essentially? Is that what it is? What are you all thinking?
You know how much a claw feather of bird is?
Of bird. It's a one-time use, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
What
just...
was the rarity?
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Yes, sir.
Josh, that cloak is sick, by the way.
The star one? Yeah, I know. 6,000.
Yeah.
Oh, it's where you get rerolls with ones or twos.
Oh, so you're good.
The bird is the same. Like it
So you
says.
don't need the two-handed. You can just be like...
Pretty much.
And then there's just
It
like a
says they're
shield.
all the same, and they're all wondrous item rare.
Okay. 500 gold.
And I'm just whenever you have a chance, if there are any weapons for me or anything of the sort, or enchantments or any more armor for more defensive stats.
Does that sword require attunement? Did you know?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. can give something to Josh unless he... Josh, how many attunements do you have?
I have 3, but I have a cape that I can swap out for a different item.
Well, I'm saying, like, if I get this sword, and this is anybody hearing this,
Oh yeah, it only affects two-handed weapons.
if I get that sword, I have to give up an attunement, so I could give up something that makes you immune to magic missile.
Nobody we really encounter is going to use magic missiles.
But it
so I would just
also gives you
pocket it.
resistance to force damage. Which is why I was thinking you, with you being a squishy person.
No, I wouldn't swap it for anything I have right now.
So then I could just sell it and
Yeah.
potentially get a D.
You also find the Belt of Dwarven Kind.
I can speak that.
This one is going to run you 1,000 gold. While wearing this belt, you gain the following benefits. Your Constitution score increases by 2 to a maximum of 20. You have advantage on Charisma Persuasion checks made to interact with dwarves.
That's a nice belt
So
you
it's
got there.
+2 to
It's very-
Constitution.
Yep. You also have advantage on saving throws against poison
Up to
and
20.
resistance against poison damage. You have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. You can speak, read, and write Dwarvish.
So I get dark vision with it?
Yeah, 60 feet.
Oh shit, so you get
This
rid of your goggles.
does require attunement. Most of these.
Damn it,
But
I
it's
was gonna
+2
say.
con.
Yeah, no, that's
That's hit
exactly
points.
it. No, that's like a fuckload, actually.
For level 9.
What did that one mace do, the $700 one?
1d8
Also, if you
radiant
want
on
to,
hit.
while you're looking through the scrolls,
Do you need more
I can toss
AC?
you a couple lower level ones if you want.
I could get all 3 though. That would be ridiculous. They use shield.
Oh
1d8
shit!
radiant.
How
I
you
thought
gonna
it
go
did
free?
something. I was like, robes of white.
No, I understand
Often
what
Often
you're
used
give my
by
shares to somebody.
wizards
that's what I'm saying,
that
is like,
study
It really
admiration. I was
doesn't
like,
really
oh, that's
matter
me.
to
What
me
does it
what
do?
Yeah.
Like at
Nothing.
heart, I can't
Just a
do
white
things.
robe.
So like essentially, that's why I said yeah. It's all ours.
like I'm
No,
just
I'll
looking at the
think
sword.
about a few
So if I can
Oh,
lower
it's
level ones. Hit me.
Like-
Did I miss it?
Sure,
life steal.
How much is that?
Find a
How much
scroll,
would we have combined?
200
like
gold,
40
enhanced
so-
ability,
Or 4,000.
Because this is 1k,
100 gold,
500.
fairy fire.
and then the shield was what?
Well,
5?
the mace was 700.
No, we went back on it and said it was
800
5.
gold.
Okay.
Belt
Major image.
6.5, and then what's the sword worth?
2.
So that's 7.
200
So
gold,
we can get
fog
it.
cloud.
And then I'm gonna, unless you want, well, you have attunement slots free. We're only allowed to attune to 3 things, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I have a slot free.
Because I have this. Would you be interested?
I'll grab your brooch of shielding.
Otherwise, I could just sell it.
Immune to damage from magic missiles.
Yeah. But resistance
What's
to
force damage?
So, you know, like Warlock's Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
That's force. So, like, if something were to slam into you, it'd do force damage.
I don't know
So you
if I
take
can
half
do
damage on that.
I mean, you might as well sell it though.
That's, yeah, but if someone wanted it, I'd rather give it.
Yeah. And we can maybe get a bundle deal. I'm just trying to. Would there be a mace for all of my money? 4,000. That's like
4,000.
let's say 4,000, but the highest tier of like a 2 category. So maybe it doesn't do.
Ben, do you need anything? Okay.
Yes. For 3,000, you find a mace of smiting. No. Sorry. That's the one I read earlier.
Yeah.
Fucking A, buy it!
We're thinking
A
about buying
mace
everything.
of disruption. When you hit a fiend or undead with this magic weapon, that creature takes an extra 2d6 radiant
As
damage.
it should.
If the target has 25
how
hit
much?
points or fewer
Extra
after taking this
2d6.
damage, it must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be destroyed. On a successful save, the creature becomes frightened of you until the end of your turn. While you
No,
hold this
that's-
weapon, it sheds its
that's
bright
really
light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for another 20.
The only thing that makes that crazy is the fear part.
Wait,
with
Wait,
conquering presence.
no. I have a question,
It
Shane.
would be locked.
So it gives
in
you
place.
advantage on undead?
No.
No.
Sorry.
And what was it? Mace of what?
Disruption.
Just
What was the undead part?
it takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage.
Okay, but would that also, because it's undead, isn't
Fiends and undead.
it? Undeads are weak to radiant, right? Or,
Do you have any?
It's not like double damage or anything
okay,
like
it's just that. Okay.
Do you have any belts of giant strength?
You trying to get like strong as fuck?
How much did you say
Well, that's
fairy
what
fire
the
was?
belts for the
I'm a
hammer.
little sick of -3 strength.
Yeah, but you're rogue.
I don't care.
But it's funny.
I can't open up anything. I can't move stuff.
That's
It's
fine.
a predicament.
When the fuck have you ever needed to do any of that?
I've failed so many times.
Stop
I
trying
just
to
want
do
to hit
strength
harder.
shit.
Doesn't even
It had nothing to do with moving shit. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but he doesn't attack. He
I don't
doesn't
use strength to attack.
He uses dex.
So you're just gonna be buff.
No, I just want to be able to
Buff
do
face.
stuff when I need to do stuff.
Can you, like,
You
rub
do
your
find a
buff?
belt of fire giant strength, which would change your strength score immediately
I know.
to a 25. But it has a pricey 49,000 gold price tag.
Yeah.
4,900.
49,000.
Yeah, because those.
I was hoping for a hill giant one.
I want to talk to the shopkeeper and ask him if I could get the lifesteal sword while also doing a partial trade on this. The brooch of shielding.
Oh, I see. That is a nice brooch you have there.
Essentially, take
How much was the sword?
the sword? You said 2,000, but
We could do a good 1,200 for the sword if I can take this.
you know that seems fair.
Pleasure doing business with you.
You as well. Would I have recognized this guy at all?
Can I?
I don't really know his name, but you've seen him in here a couple times.
Okay.
Can I ask the guy about the haversack?
Oh, yes, that is a curious piece you have then.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's still got the fucking keg in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll hand it to him, but it'll be like, proceed with caution, I guess, sticking your hand in this thing.
One hands it, because the
And I'll
weight,
be,
the weight
be
doesn't
very
increase.
careful. Do not tear. Well, I'm sure you know. Just like that.
Oh, yes. This is a very nice sound.
I'm not gonna buy that.
I've had it for a long time, and I guess
That's
being
nuts.
here out of all places I could be, you know, maybe I might get some insight to what something like this would be worth.
Hell no.
Oh, I see.
I don't want that.
This would be a good 1,000 gold. Many different pockets here with many dimensions.
Do you know much about these haversacks?
Oh, it's just a simple backpack enchanted on each pocket to go to a pocket dimension.
Do you know what the maximum size of something somebody might try to stuff in one of these haversacks?
You said there's a keg in there. That's probably it.
Yeah, okay.
Anything that can fit
It
through,
was quite hard getting it in there, I must say.
but the weight does not increase.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it. And I'll put it right back on my hip, so.
Do you have a cape of Mounty Bank?
Oh, the lifesteal sword's not in D&D Beyond.
Yes, we do, right here. That is going to run you 2,000 gold. But you guys can purchase what you want.
Do they have any daggers?
Can you read this first paragraph and tell me that's not what I need? I wanted the box.
So what's a mastery? Like,
Is that in
what's a
stock?
weapon
What's
mastery?
that? What's that roll?
That's
Ah, yes.
24,
That row
AD
will
20,
run you 3,500 gold.
Okay.
Do you have a cloak of displacement?
Yes, we do. That cloak right there is going to run you 3,600 gold.
You're making it up.
Am I looking up an item on D&D Beyond, but I can't look up the item on D&D Beyond to add to my equipment?
I don't know.
That don't make no goddamn sense.
Might I ask of one sword that I've heard about quite a lot? They call it the Holy Avenger.
Yes, that one is going to be pricey.
I figured.
Follow me to the back here.
It has its name and reputation for a reason.
Yes. You can see it is in another glass case.
I will be staring at it in awe.
That is 70,000 gold. Can only be used by a paladin.
You take IOUs and I'll laugh at it.
But if you come up with 70k, please come back and it will be waiting for you here.
Can I ask them how much Jace Heath goes for?
Do you know the rarity?
You gave me it earlier tonight, dog. I don't fucking know.
Jace Inth?
It's a thing I pried out of bismuth.
Jacent.
Oh, yes. Yes. The stone. Yes, that is going to be 5,000 gold.
For that. Damn, okay. This guy's trying to steal your money and then just has this.
Hey, you don't hear fucking shit, dog.
Easily hands you a multitude of platinum and takes the stone. If you want to sell it. There you are.
Fuck, okay.
How much did you-
Did anyone see this? As soon as he said it, I tried to be stealthy.
If anybody wants to roll a perception against your deception.
Nah. I'm just excited I got a sword.
I'm such a douche.
What is that for?
So whatever you want to buy, just let me know. You can deduct the math, but just let me know what you got.
Would you, did we say anything about rings yet?
You have not made it to the ring section yet.
Okay. How about emblems?
You want to see rings or emblems?
And that was 5,000 shade?
Ooh, emblems.
And by emblems, you mean necklaces?
In particular, a guardian emblem.
I don't think that's in here.
So not.
Do you know the rarity? Yeah, it's not in here.
I am just putting this out there between me and you, Shade. I'm going to see if anyone is looking like they need a little more money. I do have a little more money.
Disregard the.
Haha.
No, I'm talking to Shade about the.
You can find a ring of free action. When you wear this ring, difficult terrain doesn't cause you extra movement. In addition, magic can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained. And that's going to be 700 gold.
Got a robe of useful items back there.
I believe we might have that in stock.
They said they had the cloak of displacement, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, the cloak of displacement's pretty fucking cool, isn't it?
Yo.
Yes. Robe of useful items that will run you 480 gold.
And then what about the robe of eyes?
What can you use?
Shitty mall.
Just a maul. Do you know how much a maul with do you know how much an defender enchantment would cost?
3,000 for the eyes. A defender enchantment?
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty spendy,
What?
depending on what you put it on, and it's going to be months of enchanting.
So that takes a long time to do.
Yes.
Damn.
How
Do they
much-
have any weapons enchanted with Defender?
They do have a longsword with a defender property.
How much is that?
60k.
Yeah, I figured. Defender's fucking sicker than shit, bro. I was seeing if I could catch you slacking and I'd buy that shit outright.
How about the prayer beads? That was another one I actually wanted to ask.
You know the rarity?
Yeah.
How much would it cost to get a runestone embedded into this sword?
1,000 gold. Say again.
How much would it cost to get a runestone embedded?
Like the ones that you already have?
Yeah, but like if I were to buy another one, or perhaps
100 gold.
to get it embedded and then.
Buy one and put it embedded. If you already have one, you want to get it embedded, 50 gold.
Okay. And then the damage amounts.
That seems like a rather mundane enchantment. That could be done pretty easily.
Could I get a red one?
Absolutely.
How much would a rare or legendary one be? They don't say prices, but it shows damage.
It shows damage, yeah.
How about a
It's 3d4, and it's 1 day.
Well, a legendary, a rare would run you 500. A legendary, 800.
And that's with it embedded?
Yes.
You know, let's do the rare.
Okay.
This is me asking you. Could I have 2 runes in one sword?
That'll be. What kind of sword is it?
It's that lifesteal sword I bought.
Okay.
Could I take the one from my old longsword and add, so I'd have that rare one that we just talked about, the red one,
Yeah.
plus my, I think it's a common lightning.
Yeah. Being that the sword itself has a rather great enchantment on it, that'd be a little bit more pricey for the both. 1,000 gold. And they would both be embedded.
Would you be interested in buying? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'll think on that for a second.
Bracers of defense.
Absolutely.
What were you thinking those might go for?
Not have armor?
500.
Do you not have armor?
You know what? Let's do
No,
it.
I don't have these on either.
Appreciate
I just
your
use
business.
My,
If I were
my
to
main
sell
armor.
the sword, because I have no use for it now, would that take a price off?
Plus, like
Any
is
amount,
good.
literally.
Huh?
My old longsword is just a basic longsword.
Oh.
If I just to sell that to the guy, would he
Sure, we'll take that for 10.
for 10? Okay, so 990.
Yeah.
Okay.
any amount on that sword?
Yeah, 10 gold for the longsword. My old longsword. That's just a basic longsword.
Tome of Leadership.
You know the rarity?
Very rare.
Very rare.
Okay, so
That is going to run you 10k.
How about ever smoking bottle? It is uncommon.
Oh, that we have plenty of those. 150.
10,000.
What was it?
It's good. It's Tome of Leadership. You read it for 48 hours, you gain a permanent +2 to Charisma, and that would shoot me right up to 20.
is max 20.
You can see.
Yeah.
You can see.
That would be DC 17. I think Charisma saving.
Do you have the
throws.
Tome of Dex? I forget what it's called. There's some tome of some decks. There's the stones, and there's also a tome.
There's essentially one for every flat tube, but I think it's
Yeah.
very rare. There's all the
How about
qualities.
the stones, the headpiece?
Oh, the Ioun stones.
Yeah. For
Yeah, they're in
decks.
here. For Dex. Okay.
I think I'm gonna. I don't think I need a new cloak. Shade, is this accurate?
You already have this one.
Yeah, go to the top right.
Alright. I have a crazy sword.
Definitely think I should get that mace though.
Which one?
I have to see the rarity.
Sensor.
Doesn't have a
Is it
rare.
the
Wondrous.
expensive one?
1d8. No, it was 700.
I would get
Wondrous,
that and shield.
mythical rare.
Because that shield is
Level
badass.
Well,
And I have
Rare.
2,000 gold that I can have.
Wondrous.
4,000.
Actually, I'll say 1,500 because I still need to buy spell points.
Wait, what if it's wondrous and very rare? That's
Is
what
it?
it said.
Is that what it says very rare?
Wondrous and very rare.
Yeah, that's gonna be 10k.
Alright, we'll keep that for
Ioun stones.
That's what your book costs?
No, that's the cape.
You have a cape?
Yeah.
Like right now?
When I walk up walls.
Oh, like the spider walking or whatever?
The arachnid.
Okay.
And you're looking for
Yeah,
dex?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass. I didn't know that was that expensive.
Yeah, and here it says 25.
Agility, I use
grand?
stone. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like
That is going to run you 5,000.
I mean, even
It's
10
plus
grand
2.
seems like a little...
What is
Your
uncommon?
dex score increases by
It's
2
kinda
to a
worse.
maximum of 20.
Does it require attunement?
It's the rarity is uncommon.
Yes. And it's only when it's orbiting your head,
Is
so
that
you have to
bad or good
activate
on
it.
scale?
Well, you probably have common, uncommon.
You see a male dwarf sporting chainmail that looks almost like it's made of silver approach from the back of the shop. You've been kind of seeing him eye you from the back of the shop while you're just walking around. But he walks up and as you're talking to the other shopkeep, he kind of picks up. Sorry, sir, to disturb you. May I ask your name?
Yes, sure. I didn't see you walk in, but I am Shepherd Caladan Northway. I'll extend my arm.
Thought you might be. The name's Drone. He shakes your hand. That's right. Please give this man a 20% discount on anything you would like to buy in the store. Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your kindness. Get fucked, guys. Pays to be nice, you know.
Count it. I heard
do
you
you say?
really want
I get a
this
20%
spell.
flat discount on everything in the store.
Good thing you really wanted Disintegrate, as I give you.
Is that a one-time use?
You should ask
No,
if
I
that
think I
works
can
for my
copy
party
that
or not,
into my
'cause we
spellbook,
shouldn't do
but I
anything
can't use it
shady
until
if
level
it's just
6.
for you.
No, I think you can if you copy it.
Just for me.
I don't think so.
Well, why? If he's talking to you, why don't you
Well, I
ask
guess
if
'cause you
it's
don't
have-
for
yeah.
my party or for
But then
me?
if you copy it, you would still have to scroll it in as a one-time use, right?
If
I
you
don't
want
want
you
to
don't
press
have to.
another
Yeah, it would
fucking
get consumed.
20%
Gemma
discount.
That's
It is
Okay.
rare.
I mean, I could just say, well, what about all
500.
these together? You know.
A lot of these, all of them have like almost a very similar price tag on it that looks like a very fine parchment, almost like with a silver glitter spattered over top.
Sick.
Which, by the way, if you would like to copy spells into your spell book, it does require paper, and depending on the level of the spell, you need better paper, which you can buy here. Any rarity of ink and paper, the finest that you can find.
So how much do you need, Kaladin, or are you good?
Probably good now.
A 20% help a lot? God, that shielded mace would be badass.
I don't get 6th level access until level 11. So.
How about gloves
Not
of
far.
thievery just for shits and
I'm
giggles? Is
2
that something
away.
this establishment would carry?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'd probably be better
Uncommon.
off coming back.
That's what they are?
500.
That's it?
How about these fancy goggles I've been carrying around for a while, and I'll snap my goggles the night off. It is a wondrous item, uncommon.
Ah, yes. We'll take those for 400. Off your hand right now.
I'll snap them back up. Just curious.
So what did you end up buying?
So far, still figuring it out.
He's
If
doing
it
like a whole
doesn't
bunch of...
say it requires attunement, it doesn't require attunement. Because it
Correct.
has to say something.
That belt gives you.
No, I want it. Gives me dark vision, so I could trade the night
How
with
much was
the
it?
discount. It would be nothing practically with the discount trading for the goggles. So I'm gonna do that.
All right, you want the belt?
Yes. Now, okay. Did he say 20%? So let's say I buy something. Is it a one bang, or is it like if I'm in there, they give me that discount just to me every time I'm
Just
in
for
there?
today.
You
He
know,
didn't.
I
really
just
say.
wait to make one purchase for the day.
So it's just one, right?
You want to ask him?
Sure. I'll be like, I guess it doesn't make sense, sir, but real quick, just to clarify some things. I mean, do you own this store? Why would you?
I do not own it. I am a descendant of the owner. But he kind of looks around. Hail Helm.
Anyway,
Defender of the land is a friend to me.
so he's that's what he said. Is that a saying?
That's a Helm is the god of commonly the old faith.
Oh, hail Helm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll understand.
So yes, permanently whenever you come here, whenever you want.
I'll put like my hand
Ever.
over my bottom and it'll be like, well, thank you for clarifying it. I appreciate it. Wow.
And keep in mind, anything that you buy from them is like neatly gift wrapped in like this white box with a white ribbon with silver.
Oh,
you open it up, there's velvet on the
I
inside,
ripped
perfectly
all of
embossing
them
or encasing whatever you buy.
Well, so yes, I'll turn back and I'll be like, well, would you be interested? The goggles a night with the discount on the belt, and I'll give you 100 gold on top of that. The belt was 1,400, 20%. Math.
Yes.
Pleasure. Take good care of those. They've done me plenty good in the last adventures we've had.
I was born about Hollow.
Frankly wouldn't even know
What's
where I was
the
without them.
It depends.
What is
Rare,
Colin gonna
very
do without
rare,
his
or
weird
legendary.
goggles?
Sweet. They have
So
a
now you
very
just have
rare
this weird belt around
for
your arm.
5,000.
Well, I can speak Dwarven. I can write Dwarven.
So I have two
It's
questions.
The
I have something in here, just blue rare gem.
that's cool.
What are we thinking on this blue rare gem?
Roll a 1d4 for me.
Right?
Yeah, so con is +2 to con.
So you're at a
Advantage on charisma
500.
checks.
advantage?
My second question.
Yeah.
Jesus.
To be interested in a barely used
And then saving
Staff of
throws against
striking.
poison, dark.
A very
vision
rare-
up to
Is that the one that
60
you had
feet.
modifications
Yeah,
to?
Was that?
Or was it
I
the
put-
black
Yeah, you got
one?
the gem on
I
it.
got a new staff and I put the blood in, or I put the
So,
blood gem
yeah,
in the
the
new
staff of striking
and then
is a separate
this
one.
is a separate. Yeah.
Goggles of
Yeah.
dark vision.
The rarity?
Lord, that's been
Very
there
rare.
for a long
Very
time.
rare. The staff of striking, yes. We will take that off your hands for 1,000 gold.
Okay.
I hope you know. I mean, it's almost 11. I might take the week to finish my decisions. I'm getting a lot of fun things. Because a lot of those dusts for 150, I'm buying all those dusts, just so you know.
Yeah, those are.
You guys are walking out of the shop with fucking bags. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy
Dude,
the
I'm
quals.
just happy that I got that fucking belt that gives me dark vision, but now more. Resistance to poison, +2 to con, that's going to be huge.
did you try the belt on?
Should I?
If you want.
Doesn't fit.
Sure, yeah.
Just
Yeah, you'll find any clothing that you have magically forms to your person. You can see Caladan as he lifts it up. It's this big, heavy gold band as it kind of shrinks. Not too tight, but decent. As he looks up, you guys can see a little beard is starting to grow on Caladan. A white beard.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Like a goatee.
And I'll like have my haversack out as I like, and then I'll put it on there and yeah.
I will be buying the Qualis Feather Bird, the Dust of Disappearance, Dust of Dryness, Dust of Sneezing, and 6 Beads of Force. Not sure on everything else yet. But those 5 items could change.
But you would know, Ace. Were you there when they were talking to the original guy that sold the cask, and then they asked about Fjorvis?
Yeah.
I think he was the one that made that whole.
You would know because the guy pointed down. Chad said that he knows it's below the Whitecap Bazaar. You know that there are parts of the canals that steps go down into almost like a caged door that go down into tunnels. That's like a maze work underneath
And what's
the
down there?
Whitecap Bazaar. Forvis the broker.
Somebody who owes Theovar a debt, so we could get pretty decent information from him.
Okay.
He was one of the people he told me to seek out in Basinport for information on what could be going on in the capital, since he's a resident.
But if you guys want to continue the shopping after,
The session?
we can, yeah.
That's fine. I'm good.
So where would you like to go?
What was that name of the guy who stole Theovar? Theovar?
Yep.
Fjorvis.
Fjorvis?
Forvis.
Forbis.
I think there's some. I don't know if you've ever played Skyrim, but down in the Thieves Guild, like the.
That's exactly what it's like.
I was gonna say, that sounds...
Below Riften.
Okay, that's how I explain it. You know, down in
Oh.
Riften underneath, I think we should go there, and I think we might find this fellow.
No shouting in the streets.
Fuck you. No. Sound like
Did you ring the
playing?
bell?
For now.
Okay.
Actually, before we leave, yeah, I'm going to buy
You should definitely get that armor. Or
the shield and the sensor for the rest.
Because keep in mind, you still have those stock.
And that's what we mentioned. Yeah, so we're gonna divvy them all up. So essentially, it's 20,000 up there. We don't know how much it's worth down here, but everybody gets a quarter, so 5,000 apiece technically, since the overall was 20. I asked them, but they didn't want to barter them. I bartered mine.
So you're gonna get that stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy all that. So at discount, it should be
I'm probably gonna
35,
have
and the
leftover
sensor
gold
was
because
5.
It's too expensive.
Dude, why's it gotta be percentages?
I'll have to see it. I can help you out. I'm gonna look into it after this episode.
Would you take the shield and the mace, or
Well, you would be taking them.
correct? Sorry. Let's take a step back. Could I buy these together for 3,800 gold? Since the nice gentleman said I get a 20%, but mind you, math was not my strong suit,
What Droon says goes.
so I'm always willing to pay fair price as long as you have the, as long as you're doing the math. And all that.
Here are your items.
Perfect.
Sam's gonna be.
I'll come back, I think, for the cloak, but if you wanted
got the
these
shi-
items,
he got a
and then I'll show him
custom
the bracers, the staff, and the blue gem.
And you got a shield.
So
that
you can
doesn't
take these
pull.
for the 2,000.
No, you
I
do
have
hold
more
it, get the
gold.
bonus.
I'm not gonna be able to get anything I want.
You get more.
Is it?
So the
I wanted
shield,
that
I'm
sword,
going to
but
get more
like-
AC, but then also it's not a shield. You can stow it as something that protects you.
It floats.
It floats.
And you get plus 2 to AC from it.
It's a little metal piece like this, and then its spectral energy goes,
Yeah.
and then
That's
it
fucking
floats.
That's
sick.
sick.
How does it work in melee?
Did you just buy that?
Yeah.
Or-
Just fine.
You bought
Why
that
would you use a
and a
melee?
mace, Josh.
It floats,
That
and you can use
lets
two
him
hands.
do
That's fucking
1d8.
sick.
Radiant on hit.
Do you have? Is that the mace of
So this is the mace. I got.
disruption or whatever?
No, Devotee's sensor. But this is also more. I mean, I loved them all, but Caladan, like in a sense of, he realizes that strength only goes so far, but defense and resilience, could prove to be way more advantageous.
Which, keep in mind, this is only one of the shops in the entire
Yeah.
Yep.
capital.
Essentially, we've only really
Fucking
spent half
tits.
of all of everything we have, even if you blow the 5, if the shares are even the same price,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And the thing about stock is that all, depending
could
on the
go
market,
up.
doesn't that go up? It can fluctuate, especially with how rare that ale is.
Yeah, we don't know how much it is right now.
Yeah,
too.
it probably just went
We
down.
probably
But how many of those distributors or people even, could hold
No, I think-
stock in something like that? That sounds like some high-end
You know those
stuff.
gems we got back at New Weeds Crossed?
Dude, it's just the
I
bonus
just got a
action
rare
that
one.
was nice with
Put
the
on my sword so
sensor.
it does 3d4 fire. And
So do
then
you guys
I
want
had
to
the
make
white
your
one
way-
also put onto it so it can also do the
Below?
1d4 lightning.
That's it.
You going down?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
they
we go
said
there.
that-
I would like at some point while we're in Basinport to stop by my father's, but it is not urgent matter.
You actually caught your eye. You went the opposite way when leaving the town hall, but if you would have went left, you would have seen the Gilded Gallery, which is your family's
Did you see it,
Lormo
Josh?
auction house.
Yeah, I saw that. That's fucking sick.
The bonus action, 1d4. Heal
But
points
yeah,
every turn as long
as
as
you
you're 10
leave-
feet.
You're back into the
Thanks.
busy street somewhere in the Whitecap Bazaar. The only thing you've heard of is there are different entrances around, and Ace maybe would have heard of more than Chad, different areas to get to these tunnels. But if you make your way around, everybody give me either an investigation check or a perception check, whatever you want. Keep in mind you have to attune to these items before you get their effects.
How long does that take?
Like an hour of sitting with the item.
I'm good. I don't need to do that right now. But
What the fuck are we
I'm
doing?
assuming-
Investigation or perception to try and find one of the entrances
11.
to go below. 11.
Advantage because I know about him.
No.
Thought I'd try.
does different things happen for investigation
19.
versus perception?
We'll see.
18 on
19.
investigation.
Natural one.
All right.
I knew about them. But not very
Maybe
well.
maybe you're feeling a little queasy coming around the city. Which actually I will mention that, Caladan. There's almost like an itch that is ever growing in the backside of your neck. Being around these people, it was nice to buy some items, but that's about the only enjoyment you've had since you've been here.
Seeing the sword in all its glory.
Whereas Chad walks around and he sees the bright sky and the bright colors of different people's clothing
I have pens.
and different shops around and loves the lull of the noise around. Caladan, you only see the negatives. You see muddy streets. You see dirty boots. You see people snorting and spitting on the ground. People chewing into what almost looks like could be a spoiled food. But you make your way around. Chad kind of leading the way. Caladan keeping a close eye, maybe ever cautious with those two rolls. You find one of the smaller canals, and you think if there's an entrance, it's got to be on one of the canals. You follow it, roping around buildings. You go up a stair, over the canal, down, through. You're constantly going shoulder to shoulder, brushing by people. You can't really see around anywhere, Benedict, because everybody's over you. But eventually,
Fucking shrimp.
you can see part where the stone of the floor almost rises up
Summoned a cat.
and continues onto almost a platform for a building. And off to the right, it almost jets over the canal, a little step stone, maybe 2 feet across, that descends down a staircase, and maybe just an inch of water as you see it alcove in to a dark, almost doorway or entryway that goes under the stone.
Thirsty, jeez.
People brushing past. You can't see anybody using these steps, but they're just continuing on the walkway.
I'm gonna stop a random person. I'll be like, excuse me, do you know of any brokers around these parts by chance?
You can see a female minotaur as she kind of stops.
How tall is she?
Maybe 7 foot.
Okay, well, it's also good to look somebody in the eyes for once. What's your name?
My name is Eliviv.
Well, it's my pleasure to meet you. I am Caladan. Knocks in my arm.
Pleasure.
So do you know maybe of any brokers down in these parts? I'm not very keen to the area.
I don't know any brokers. I sell bananas.
She swings over a huge sack of maybe 60 bananas.
Do you want some?
Well, how much for one? Oh, wait. How much for 4? How big are they?
He had to fucking count.
How big are they?
A silver apiece.
I will take... does she look poor?
Middle class.
We're swinging around thousands of gold. You know what to do.
I'll flip her a... So how much is it silver to gold? 100 to 1?
10 to 1.
10.
Okay, 5 gold pieces. And I'll be like, I'll take everything you have.
You're too kind.
You just make sure you have a drink if you indulge yourself in it.
All for 50.
With some of this gold, and you have a good day.
Joaquin, bless you.
You can see in her hand, she hands over 4 bananas that like fit in her palm. Walks down.
How many bananas did he buy?
4.
Okay.
He's a nice guy.
No, I'm not.
I know, I took that the wrong way, too.
Yeah.
No, trust
I
me.
came from the shits.
No, I thought you were buying the whole bundle for 5 gold, and I'm like, it seems like a
So,
good deal.
do you want to be stealthy?
I'll be eating
Or are you
that
just
fucking-
walking down?
I'm
check it
gonna
out?
be eating these bananas.
Give what kind of vibe would
Can I be on
understand?
edge, which would give me advantage on sneak attacks?
He's edging.
He's
Edgelord.
edgy.
What kind of would I assume that
No.
you know what, I do want to be stealthy, being down here.
All right.
I am
You're gonna
not.
hush your companions to be stealthy.
Hey, we should probably all try not to be.
Remember I said something like that not too long ago.
Yeah, we were in an area that nobody cares what we look like. I'm at least gonna stealth. I can't
I
explore.
think it's funny how all of a sudden we're being stealthy, but yeah, we almost caused a commotion in a market area in the highest end place, and it seems in Basinport. But yeah, no. we
So,
can be stealthy.
your items, are you stuffing them all in the haversack?
Mine?
Or are you all carrying around big ass shopping bags?
Imagine I
For
ripped
the
the keg out of
time
that
being,
bitch.
can we just say we stuffed them in the haversack? Because I don't know what I bought.
Would mine
Yeah, they
have
do fit.
came in one since I got all the enchantments on it?
Uh,
or
nothing
would
sharp.
they've just been like,
All of them come in.
oh, okay. Well, I would have taken mine out because I want to use it.
And it's a sword?
Yeah.
No
No
shot.
What?
No shot.
No shot. What?
Not putting it in there.
Yeah. No, I don't want it in there. That's what I'm getting
Alright,
at.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying I would have
Whoever
took it
would
out
like
of the
to be
box. 'cause
stealthy, entering.
I can't.
Yeah, you
Stop.
got disadvantage, don't you?
Dude, I'm just fucking negative already.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check if you wish.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I don't feel that's fitting. I'm just eating bananas.
14.
Okay. That's it. Well, stepping down.
I get advantage if it's for being quiet. Am I trying to be quiet?
Okay.
20.
Okay. Stepping down.
Paladin.
You almost
-7.
Just chain boots.
get down into this canal, but there's almost maybe an inch of water right at the base where it meets the water level. A person on almost a gondola of sorts seems to be floating past, not right next to you, but just out of view, and you kind of watch them as they pass. And as you enter, you come down into a tunnel. As you enter the tunnel, you can see it's very murky, very dirty. There's almost not moss, but like almost an algae growing and spreading along the walls. You can see them drip from here and there. There are no torches down here, so if you just want to use your dark vision,
Do we all have dark vision
I'm
now?
completely
Yeah, we all
fucking
have dark
blind right
vision. We all have dark vision.
now.
Sandra, did you sell your glasses?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, do you have to
I
attune
have
to the belt though?
like
Oh.
Yeah, I can't
what do you
see
want
shit.
to illuminate?
not the light cantrip, dancing lights.
Dancing lights.
I'll have following us, kind of spread out.
Four almost green
You
crystalline
just hear me
floating
running into walls and shit.
illuminate the area, but you can only go in single file line, and you continue on. Soon the light from outside disappears as you're going, and it slowly snakes, and then it starts descending. Times there's different steps that go down and down and down. It comes to a fork. You want to go left or right?
Who's leading us? What's our marching order?
Well,
Wherever
assuming
we go,
I'm
we
trying
should
to
stick
switch,
to doing that.
All of us are, but
So if we
sure.
go left, we should always
I say
go
left.
Or if we go right, we should always go right.
Left is always right, in my opinion.
Alright.
I say
go
left.
But what's our marching order?
I can.
Kaladin's
well,
first.
I think I was leading because I was.
Kaladin.
Right,
Oh,
isn't that
because
what
you're
you-
stealth.
No, because I just know where I'm going, kind of.
Alright, well then lead the way.
Well, then where the fuck are we going back?
We're going left.
Give me a survival check.
Oh god.
We're dead.
7.
A 7.
Sick.
As you descend these steps, you go left, you come to another fork. Leading your better judgment, you try and find your way through these tunnels. You don't know where they go, you don't really know what you're heading into, but even on a 7, you have the sense, and being in your city, you want to go down. So at times it forks, and you can see it start to step up and go off to the side, and you're like, we don't want to go up, we want to go down. And you continue. You're down here for a good 5 to 10 minutes before you can come up to all of these many multiple entrances that lead under small bridges and doors almost touching the waters to the center. And you come out into a space. The noise almost of people talking, but it's kind of faint, approaches, and the glow of orange light meets your eyes as you come out of these tunnels into a rather large den. You come out into a low ceiling carved out of an old space underneath the Whitecap district. You hear the faint, ever-present noise of the bazaar above, of people talking. This large, semicircular space surrounds a center, of which a shallow, domed ceiling covers. A few steps lead down into the lowered middle, which is surrounded by pillars. The entire space is dimly lit by sconces, each containing a handful of... No, sconces, holding orange-hued crystals. Outside the center are different alcoves set along every wall, separating them into piles, almost each containing a handful of figures in these alcoves. You can see 2 goblins count tiny gems with their golden tweezers. Just an alcove over from them is a large-bellied blue orc. He yells as he tips over a glass jar.
Blasted river dipper!
You can see the silver powder in the jar spills onto the stone brick floor. A soot-covered halfling yells at him,
Sweep it up! I want every grain out of those cracks.
In a darker alcove just across, you can see a black-feathered Aarakocra. He squints through a monocle as he places the smallest gold bar you've ever seen onto a scale.
Before the adventure.
The wall across the center holds an enormous window. Green algae spreads along the seams. A greenish-blue hue glow emanates as you can see water from the main canal just on the other side. You're down on the base of this canal. All along the domed ceiling, you can see small winged creatures fly from tiny platforms carrying notes and scrolls of parchment. One flies down and with what looks like a sketch of someone, revealing it to a huge figure in the center. Taking up almost the entire interior of this midway, floating just inches above a nest of stacks of coins and piles of books that all rest on a huge red, intricately designed with golden filigree carpet, is a beholder. A hovering aberration the size of a carriage. Its fanged mouth dribbles with an ichor-like liquid. Cracked white hide covers its spherical body, 10 tendrils shiftily twitching about as eyeballs atop each of the stalks scan every which direction at once. One gigantic eye stares directly at you four. With an amber-tinted goat-like iris, mouth unmoving, it begins to pierce your mind with a voice, guttural but calming.
It seems I've come face to face with the heroes of Newit's Cross. May I ask your names?
I'm Chad.
Benedict.
And its mouth isn't moving, it's talking to you guys in your minds.
Are we talking to it in our
Does
mind?
it
No,
look
whatever you want.
undead to me?
No.
Okay.
How
Would
far
I-
away from us is it?
However much you want to step down the steps, maybe 20 feet right now.
I will say, I am Caladan, Shepherd, Stronghold, and Petu.
Ace.
Greetings. I am Forvis. Welcome to my brokerage.
What was his name?
Oh, jeez, you gotta freak us out like this, man. Good lord. Alright, well, yeah, no, then. Good, it was.
How many eyes?
You're exactly who we're looking for.
8. You can see it as his voice pierces your mind, this huge eyeball, literally bigger than your entire body, as it's kind of just slowly floating. All these winged creatures going about, and all the people in the alcoves around you, different creatures that seem to be counting things. You can see scrolls that these creatures seem to be flying around, handing off. There's different slots where coins seem to be rolling on these little tracks, going into these piles. As he begins to talk to you again.
Everything has a price, fellas. On my road to success, I understood one thing. In this city, information is invaluable. And in that regard, I'm rich.
It looks like with all the information going around.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Let's not piss this guy off.
I think we'd be dead.
Yeah.
So I can attack? I can
swim
multi-attack? No.
I'd like to bite and...
He is not with us. God, a beholder, Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie,
That
that
is
low-key
Forrest.
scared the fuck out of me when you said the fucking beholder.
Yeah.
Low-key scared me shit.
I was like, there's no way Shade's just gonna like have us fight a track
So a
glitch and then a beholder.
beholder.
All I was thinking was like,
Isn't
we'd
that
literally
the
ask
Beholder?
Shade if there was going to be fighting, and he just spawned a fucking beholder out of
Theobor's a
nowhere.
unit then, huh?
Yeah, so apparently a beholder is in debt to Theobor. That's a.
That's a
I'd
story.
like to hear that fucking story.
You know, I bet it's a pretty good one, dog, honestly.
Oh yeah. But it's trash.
I bet Ace would fucking say otherwise.
But he's
I'm
probably
sure they
thinking
just
it's
hugged and
kinda
kissed and
Probably just fucking. I mean, that's a hell of a
Probably
story.
ignored all the world's
If
responsibilities. They
you
need
made
to burn
love
in
to
hell.
a
Beholder is a piece of shit, dog. You can say what you
That
want.
is a story to tell.
Is there
And that is
anybody
one
who
that
we've
I'm
ever
trying to
met
tell.
that has not been kind of a piece of shit to Ace?
You can also get whatever you want.
No, that's a more valid
Be
question.
like,
Most people are fine.
I want this.
I doubt that.
Order.
They over though?
Oh. They don't just make
That's
things.
a husk.
No, like he'll go and get that bitch.
Holy shit.
A husk of a man.
Deserves to be. What are you, eternal or something? Immortal?
Sick.
Which, Chad, you would know, resting your eyes upon this beholder, that immediately sparks in your mind who you kind of associated with in the past, the Blacktop Syndicate. They are rivals to what they've called a beast of some kind. And you're starting to make the connection that they're not so friendly with this guy.
Interesting. Oh, that stirs.
What's syndicates? Would I know something about the syndicate? What's a syndicate?
You know, it's things and stuff.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't have heard of them.
Top titties for down.
Hey, Shade. Would you happen to have
I know. I just,
a little card or something like that for that sword?
No.
Okay.
I can get all that stuff to you guys.
I'll be message you on Discord tomorrow.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah, you guys should message me the stuff that you bought.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a lot of questions because not to make it tedious, but I do want to look around town for something of a dagger, or talk to someone about something
Actual
that I
dagger?
could possibly do. But
Actual dagger or
I'll
cards?
just Discord and not make it tedious.
Dude, that belt was fat.
We also had that.
And then if
armor
there is
issue.
something, we could
Oh, you got
do
armor
it
too?
in
And the
game.
shield?
He got the
but
no. He
make
got
it
the
quick,
shield
you
and
know
the
what I mean?
maul. Like Sam stepped it up.
So, 21 AC.
My stuff is only cool if I crit.
But with the Constitution on that belt, that should be nice too.
Yeah.
Because that'll give me a lot more HP.
But at the end of our episode here, with you guys meeting Forvis the Beholder below the Whitecap Bazaar, finally in Basinport. A lot of threads leading here, many different connections. You got 2 dads that you can go visit. You got the warden of Basinport. You got a couple people on the council.
We dropped Tilted Towers in Basinport and had a fucking bear attack a guard, dude.
Almost.
That shit was lit.
I told him to stop.
Audemars, prior,
It was pretty fun.
telling you to present your ivory necklace
I enjoyed
to
it.
Yeah, he was
Sibius.
fun.
Things to do, places to go,
Yeah.
people to talk to.
That was the other person I was going to ask about Sidious, but I was like,
Hopefully gonna find some answers.
that is,
Also
right.
being invited to a party of
No.
sorts by Giovanni
"Hey, your dad."
when you initially met
Wasn't he in charge of like
Bismuth.
Team
So your
Rocket?
dad's a part of the Ivory Egg?
But that is that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
else
I
do you
think
wanna
we
see?
cut out a little bit
Oh.
in the middle, but I think it was only maybe 10 minutes worth. But they were just checking out some fruit shops. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Woo!